Mamadou Bawumia will be able to unite this party with the assistance of Kennedy Ohene Ajapong, the assistance of Owusu Free Akoto, Adenimo, and all the other contestants, and provide us the strong leadership that will take on the NDC in 2024 and inflict a third successive defeat on John Dramani Mahama. Yamani Trinkwa, na mini say, obetumi akaye nyina bom, ya ba be ye dombako a 2024 no, ebetumi ni NDC for no, akọ akai mo ni ati ase say osoro kokoko no eba gegim.
Wabusia fama mnyina mwako aba jasu jumedie live on OK 101.7 FM. So NPP for na we omo Congress, and these are the things that the highlights, the things that happened there. And I do number one, or promise I show almost say the tie bia no ombe wini elections. Na Canada Japan supporters bebre so enya broken hearts, that is expected. There no dey any problem biasa. Still na abrante ba ko je Owusu kra but still no vote. No, or the tribe kakra but I won't read the tribal comments. But it appears saying Kofo Bebre, Kennedy Japan supporters in particular. As a Abemabu. But I don't know why a Kennedy Japan supporters Abemabu. This election results was expected. Metiaya na mekache mo say election no say ya na bekono. Bawumia will win. Because I mean Ken Krawaya there. This is a first time our contest. Bawumia there we dey chair from first in 2008 and we buy as running mate. You understand? Inti waya sana he we be nyanti Ken Krawaya there. That for him to show up for the first time to contest for presidential primaries and super delegates Congress when this second. I force Alan Okran to mini Bawumia and I'm a free marker for me Afro-Franco movement. And Canada Japan has still persisted. Why here? I said, I'm not catch him on just say this whole NPP primaries, the major winner no pan Canada Japan. For you to pull over 35% of the votes, money or no money, why are there? Canada Japan supporters na mudidi Bawumia tem no. A useless venture na mo ye no. At the end of the day, mo ye party back. If you really want to do other things, I was saying, what you say? Nana Obi and Pia could be read the tribal comment because this is the reality. I won't read it. Wa akokan offer megaphone I know akokan. Because you see Ghana no. Yeah, different ethnic groups, but generally we are one people. Ukuta Ghana passport o, unkuta one passport. I can passport. Ana OT passport. No, you be a Ghana passport. Until look, me say we are Canadian Japan supporter. Idea we me who me catch them say Bawumia will win. But you people should be celebrating Canadian Japan. He has done well. First time out. I'm gonna cry. Wako Congress be from 2007. I'm crying Bawumia ko super delegate when you're saying he couldn't pull Canadian Japan's vote. Canadian Japan was second. I'm crying. I was starting idea way from 2007. Even before, in fact, I started campaign 1992. NPP no. They were part of the group that formed NPP. When I was starting NPP, it was even before 1992. 1992. I'm no cry senior NPP Aparachiki. NPP super delegates no. Kenny BT no. Enti we Canadian Japan supporter me fa yaw. Enko kika nse hunu. Ko kika nko asem ma nko fa asem ma ho. Moano Muni NDC na ekwa ko face 2008. Ghana for they say yen abrem nyina ye pe solution. Enti mo amoye ye mo ho. Ekofa Bawumia yere bag. Any ade nyina this is unnecessary nko asem na mudi no. Ko abroche ye fa ye ti ye yo media mo e wodi na fa. Ye ko abroche bag na ade bebre ye to fake o. Ye to fake. Na mi minjimi yo. Mi temani gela mani awaya te. Na makwa abrocha koto designer bag 5,000 ni adenka ma bodam kra me nyesa me to fake na me den sisa na koto cement akosi dan menyimi me to fake enti mo ayire mo ho na mo de Samira kuta Gucci bag na ho ahwan emfa ye ho no NPP for kra na mo ma o mo fela enti mamu megina ha na 2024 mo lose am ko mo na ba ko crazy opposition. Mo NPP for mo na ba ko si opposition. Enti mo memma NDC fela. Na mo ko opposition am gba be gina say mo ko election petition. This time 2024 mo nim. Na mo ka election petition asem kire obi e no obedi machi. Mo ko answer ye be say ye be hwema sum no mo amaka be e be mo yi. Mo to na dada de nwa ka chem say mo na ba ko si opposition. Na mo di se hunu a. Mo do 2024 na mo lose a. Mamu ko gina court bia say mo ko election petition. Ko judges ko ba e bizi o mu ni adaje. Asamoja case no bebre gu court o mo ko mu nyanwie. Bebre uguo nkofo warisem nkofo ma ebi gu jail crack wrongfully convicted of crime. Mamu begina say mo beka mo anam na Bawumia de asem no beka na Bawumia de all these things NDC for crowd omo choro ni nyina to. Already Mahama is leading you people 3%. Then them got here almost starting lobby for running mate. Are you people serious? More lobby for running mate. Akofa na poaba kojo ponkroma na kojo ponkroma ka de say running mate on men hu baby. Ade na mo de ne bam. On men hu baby a. Na chief for na kasa kro mo wa ye hi o Ghana. Ntu nim na akofa team ni as running mate ya. O na say the opposition ko di Hussein boat. Mirika na ade be ko ho. Oh, dear, for that time, I have Ghana economy MPC, Maku 80. Crack show letter say, Pamono, Man Pamono. Say, when you now talk of our chimney running mate, the other some Mamonco contest, credit is one. My handing over Preconamu coffee. Because of any Muhada, yes, sir. Munya see you so. Ghana, ye pe solution. Ye pe solution. It is answer, we see. Results nearby, it was expected. Everybody knew about me, I winning. We are rocket science, and any come check. Me and come number share me prophetess. A reading, who read election now, you can see the echo. So you can predict. You can predict. What I say, you can predict elections. You can predict say nebeko, rocket science. You can in natural. But it is good for NPP4 because you see me 2019. When what I said in 2019,
me say there is no candidate in NPP that can match President Mahama than Bawumia. Say NPP ye mistake. Na election petition we kojo. Na say the mamo. And I am from mamo. Na say Supreme Court kasi yang kwatwa babio. And they kwade na mo konkrama so be more. But say Supreme Court the mamo. They say the 2012 Supreme Court the mama say mama diwade Bawumia. Bawumia brofun kwa no betna. So Bawumia ko kwato hui. But there's been quadruplication, triplication, double, Togo for already Bawumia ko kika brofu on the face of the pink sheet. My lord, you and I were not there. Emo Bawumia ye bi Ghana Bawumia. Wa ye bi Ghana ha papa. Sa brofu Bawumia ko kika ye nyina masa. Court no am buano kram say for asem so they gave them say Mahama kokko tena jubilee do hini enjoy Mahama di wo hinio Mahadi wo hinio Mahama di wo hinio di wo hinio na do 2020 dia Mahama obese asesa no na the beautiful thing I like about NDC story no the Supreme Court nko say NDC ti abontin no mko ka say o ma win o mu do court o mu say obi en win you call second round. As I do quarter, you go see your size. One until I'm about to go by voice, no. 22 already I took by the years I do when you're the baby quick. I see, say, John, could you also free? You see your size? You should take your temperature. Not say, John, can take you. I say, my Lord, the baptism of fire, there, I've gotten it. No idiot can go to court, master. Even magistrate court to cry, we are idiot. You cannot go there. We are circuit court. If you are an idiot, you can't go there. You must be smart and sensible to even see who case before a court. You must be smart and sensible to even know, say, what will be a case against you for you to file an appearance in court. Master, 7 kwasi for enko court too. And easy job, no. May back to me say, after all this election petition, and Bibia Dua, na 2024, there is nobody in NPP today, and there's nobody in NPP to come. Nothing will happen. The Ebesidia when people me yahu, Alancha Mati yahu, why yahu, Bawumia na nebeko 2024. Man fa na nko, mo de mamun ko ye yi kwa mo lose awie. Se man fa Bawumia nko 2024, mo lose awie. Bawumia na for go. Because all the people who indicated that are more interested, over the last 10-12 years, Bawumia has marketed himself from election petition. At even 2008, a Juma wa ye, one marketing and who's about Bedru and I'll to the Amfanico because one for Bawumia back, may I end this year, your campaign cry, me campaign message about pay, on MPP from pet, not necessary. So on MPP from pay Bawumia sem. So on MPP for a year film, no my shadow of Aliu Mahama, some of them, yeah, the only Aliu Mahama, and the Bawumiano, Timon Pem Wasema, Mufa Bawumia.
And this is what I said. So once, this is what I said.
Bawumia will be able to unite this party.
Okay, this is what I said in 2019. But 2019, you know, what I predicted, no, it was just a matter of reading. Minister Solomon Kasabe Kasaseti, because so also yeah, NDC near, what check our politics move. So even as former director of communication, he understands these things. Some of the things are resources. Solo also predicted it. But the point I was making in 2019 said there's nobody in NPP and there's nobody to come. You see, in 2019, it may who secondary Japan beba. But then what I read, they said if you take NPP Nankasa in totality, there is nobody who would succeed in garnishing or gaining those number of years. So from 2008 to 2023, number of years what they are building a honor. And that is what affected Canada Japan. Yes, Canada Japan qualified or qualified, but yes, you know, he never marketed himself as a president. Only you know, NPP rouser, no nonsense man. That is how he branded himself. Presidential qualities branding, it requires a certain level of work. It is now victory which was a Canada Japan to go around the nation and contest for president. Any easy job. Any easy job. And I ask you who delegates for a bimukoji sika. And this is the time I'm MPC. We Ghana for a year showdown election 2024. Showdown in terms of quality. Yeah, per election now, quality leadership. The good thing is a dynamic now 2024 and assessor. Yera Alanchamanti move now I know with Tafafantono. Assessor game no. Advice this Canada Japan mo nyana against on Alan Bekako yewe because and I'm go straight. Martin was analysis to Solomon. Mobile position straight. Can you imagine so joining Alana? This year winning crowd before on 2038. Again, this year winning. Seriously. And I like what the president did. So I any acknowledgement to know about Canada Japan di about dining mono about at autonomy at the end. Because they can do so much damage. Can Alan? They can do so much damage and send people in. And I'm now me can say, I bet you at a papa near here, Papa near here, Bebuangu. Yen in a Mama position. Masobayashi. It's incumbent on Bawumia say free Neko, he will manage Canada Japan. Canada Japan so must manage the supporters, no. But it's very important for Bawumia to manage Canada Japan. Because Obian say Canada Japan and now he's very passionate about what he believes in. To put here Canada Japan do so. No, I'm not gonna say me and grandma to mommy anyway. me ye da ba mo wu kra nya mo so de wo mo nyina mo hu dosi adada nti o de be se mo o ka so nkasa kra ba o de be ma ne boys no am mo apesi in a no kra je se na mo lose kra ahead of time. This is the time a party bia lose your management is very important. They see when NDC mono NDC they nya too much problem because the other people need to say Dr. Dufo no ne kojo bonsu no mo shada strong compared to Mahama. Mahama is the most strongest pillar in NDC now. Because they say Rollins in those days now okay, there's now no strong. Near the end, they say Mahama is leading NDC and unprohibited. Like Dr. Dufo na owa kaka, but Dr. Dufo kra no ne vim ne clout no and say Rollins mo dia no. It is they say Mahama no order fast lane mo e NDC mu. Nobody can stop Mahama. Nobody. I just Mahama say we're free. And Mahama so on you. Come Mahama ni work crowd and a boy beba no. Anything how na reduce your human I was reduce yeah a lot of homework. And the year my a leadership no kwa bis na reduce kwa man no you go down. Or many people so now grassroots no what say why the boss anyum no cause it mama say a lewen. Akra ma say ho, Kumasi ma say ho, Takra de ma say ho. That is what Haruna should do. Go to the ground. Go to the ground. Send her there. Because Mahama wo NDC munye bi na Bawumia wo no. You see, NPP is different from NDC. Still NPP be seen there. The parachikis are there. Now one said before Umbeto Abano. Go a meeting. Godfathers say bye. Did you see the Godfathers? Nana I don't know. Professor I Michael Kwe no Papa Jasko. And squad wo NDC needs a squad nibi. Sa squad na NDC wo no mo shada nya vem. Betty Modi Drisu ne ya mami ya na no free mu ni ade omo shada ni vem people no mo vem omo sa company for no sa wo cash mo control more power and this ebi ni wosa enti Mahama is the leader just say by the death of President Rollins no Mahama will extra power control in NDC only wakra as presidential candidate he will control things 2% on any prayer. It was all double, triple, quadruple work. Sana what you mean na pray. It requires strategy on the ground thinking. That's the difference between NDC and NPP, no? The NPP, I think I'm mobile by sa homework here by come home unity. And yet you market well. Sa unity na Bawumia by and yet you market what. Now we are sana wako campaign. Da beda. Nti Mahama di okọ. There are issues. There was some motion amuka. Nti moano. Some starting a more to kuchukumo na Bawumia to me answer question way. And about me, I bag there, and I want issues there. And the good thing about Bawumia is so phobia for corruption charges in their model, which is good for his image. Obianka said Bawumia by Wakodiska and our say the issues people are raising against Bawumia economic issues. And I know the honor and homework, yeah. I don't know what's our homework. No, Mamma Solomon can some Solomon, good evening, acquired by Jasu Media. So.
Yanya Mejodona Unwi.
No, yeah, what's way?
Namiado.
So, they said the minimum former director of communications for NDC, why yeah, Jumana check or senior masse. What I say, yeah, but can I say this? You can't, honey, I can't have. Ubetia, that boy, I went here. Research here, make us a Mahama lady. Legon for air research, yeah, me. Ubedi attempts a hypocrite to change what is on the ground. Albert, I'm say if you were against Canada Japan from day one. Some in the Canada Japan can support. I'm ready for Ghana. I say me supporting Canada Japan. Oh, now person supporting our choice. Me support you before I am a choice. On the other, if you are taking online, yeah, Mama Bawumia no. Now most social media, most a choice. What I say, but what born watching your coins here? We who knew that law we say a choice. Politics, they are a choice. It's a Kotokone has. You need to be supporting has. You need to be supporting Kotoko. I know Kotoko dreams if you are show. I'm a supporter. What a choice. Grow up. Not be a wide you. So, I was also a shock you anyway. And I said, okay, we were expecting this.
Odikan Yebichia, one more, OTA, now as watch our internet, social media. Abatono Kennedy ni vote. Yeah, voter. I mean, I anticipate. My Kennedy.
So Dabi.
my man up to 20%.
Wow.
But afterwards,
I knew say he would do well. I knew say he would do well. Yeah.
Afterwards, no. And me read the factors are obeying account for ne voter online. And then if you observe voter psychology, particularly internal party voting now, delegating sometimes no what fighting be to save the party. And me tell me about to we are to my Canadian there. The internal voters resolution to neutralize Canada Japan.
Internal voters know your resolution to neutralize Canada Japan. That's how you are interpreting it.
Yes.
The delegates person neutralize Canada. Why would they want to do that?
Kennedy first and foremost issued a certain threats. And the delegate in the free said the best way to contain delegate Kennedy and to make sure that post-election onto yet enough damage needed or do vote.
And to two man said about Kennedy, Akuma Beton, Yamna Uncle Bibia were today.
Fantastic. Look, a region like Central Region, Kennedy threatened them under the last 2 weeks to the election.
Yeah. So
them. Yes, and he pair a communist inferior tactics. When you do these things now, and ordinary no, and they will call off your bluff. But unpredictable about Central Region, they voted for him. And Kennedy won Central and then Volta Region. So that vote
so you are saying, say, Kennedy winning because of threats. Then your Volta Region, the other way.
Remember, on your threat and continue. Or a sudden voter consciousness in NPP.
But then really wed.
Oh, there are factors. Information there. Say, Echo School now, Bona, watch out there. And the first and foremost, for Kennedy to step it up to come and contest, and to be able to campaign throughout the country, and to be able to match Bawumia in terms of a voter TNT, delegate TNT. Everybody in MPP, but for their love for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and any other candidate be an MPP over to Stanley Kennedy. Look at his entry. I'll be edging out Alan. He came and made Alan, excuse my language, politically useless. Alan, I contest election at Kennedy by the first attempt. What was super delegate. So I tell you that Kennedy Nankasa has a stake in MPP before jumping onto the presidential campaign contest. Now, after a great attack, Kennedy and Bawumia, the difference was not more than 2,500. And this is the largest region in Ghana in terms of voting size. And one, Akwa Ashanti region, he was able to take some cabinet ministerial constituencies. And one, now, the main Yamano says stayed in here. You can also see the aspect of internal power play. Internal power play. Because one I want to Mifi, that is Bosomkin. Regional chairman, regional minister, education minister. And yet Kennedy enters there and make nonsense of them. Oko Bantuma, I want to go Fufi. I want a Bantuma Kosibuachi. Your friends.
Why, Napuana?
That be a minister for works and housing.
Asensubuachi.
Asensubuachi. So no, you be or Bantuma Kosibuachi.
A coffee bean, you may want to Kofi.
Yes, but I'll see what could do. He won Bantama. And what now? So strategically, there were a lot more people. They were not happy with the system. So they went behind Kennedy and made sure that Uncle Betum was spring surprise.
Okay.
But I have said it time and again there. If you observe Bawumia in this contest, Bawumia was working against history. Because Obeye running meeting, he had at the back of his mind there, let Aliu Mahama contest one go baby. And the honor Bawumia said, oh, yeah, BP extraordinary before the contest. And they engage a lot of the NPP MPs now. Some of them are my friends. And one can say, oh, Anya Bawumia Electoral Kennedy. Then they give you their reasons. Say, me Bawumia Bamifie 4 times. On me behind the scenes. And he had already won the heart of most of the members of parliament. Okay, and they are the number one stakeholders. They are the number one stakeholders in the party. And they are the first warriors who go to war at the constituencies. And the most of the MPs now, for instance, Hawa Kumsi, she took up the whole central regional campaign. And of course, surveillance by and I like that lady. In defeat, she humbly and respectfully admitted the central region is for Kennedy, and there's no problem. I was expecting that oh no, that tells you say going into the contest of November 4th, the NPP did a lot of internal
homework,
and then reining in of persons who are likely to create trouble.
But so do you see that Ken 37% or so? Do you see that it's an indication say NPP is changing, and that in the next elections, no Congress, there will be a new crop. People who are starred along the line of Kennedy Japan, because Kennedy Japan is already 60 something. And this one crying to me and Kobio 2028 or the Obia on work grooming our work Kennedy Japan charisma nibi is that NPP is changing. Say if you look at what you mean 30 something percent, it shows you that this is the direction of Ghana for no. And our cats and Kenya Bawumia and Kennedy be winning flat. Which means is this the kind of leaders are Ghana pa now? Is it what you are seeing?
When you study the behavioral pattern of MPP4, their party are, at all times, you can't cow them. Until from J. Kufuor's exit time, from Edubuayin time, Shankofo contested presidential. 1996, Shankofo contested presidential. 98, 95, 92, 95, 98. You can see there all the time, a lot more people in MPP comes out to contest presidential, regardless of what people want to say. Actually, their internal courage was demonstrating. Boachajakun was speaking his mind. Alan, whatever. I tell you, Bawumia, why Adikubi? The Madina Bawumia, a lot more people have had some degree of respect for him. Bawumia did not turn his back on the government. As against most of them.
Against him, I say, Bawumia is not answering those questions. And one Contiano.
No, that is the degree of hypocrisy in some politicians. You understand? In your man Koya, you need to admit, say your man Koya, and the best answer to a problem is to keep quiet. Okay. You understand? He will not come and betray the system, so he will not even bother to go and answer. Rather than ever try there, ever pray holier than thou. Now the well-meaning Ghanaians are over to read between the lines now. Why are you arguing there? No, this guy is not worth being followed. What's also I did to China internally. a lot more of NPP delegates. What they did is that anybody condemning the system, any opportunity now, you have already signed your political death warrant. And so they prefer giving it to someone who acknowledges the challenge and continue to say there, yeah, create a problem now. We are capable of what? Reversing the problem. And Nana Akufo-Addo is making some dangerous political statements people have not observed. Only opportunity they ask, the economy is not doing good, but somebody will come and do it better. You understand? He is now admitting the guilt. Uncle election even. Akufo-Addo says, I accept the responsibility of the system.
So why is that dangerous?
It's dangerous politically because if care is not taken, Ghanaians will heap the blame on Akufo-Addo, who is on his exit. If you are, then NDC so young campaign and attack, most of them is on Akufo-Addo. So he is taking all these bullets, and the day of the firing squad, you won't find Akufo-Addo in the queue.
That's not the strategic for him. If your person exonerated Bawumia from any liability.
I don't think I'm missing that. Are you dangerous? That's what I say. To the NDC.
Because of the NDC for?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the main strategy now they are on board. You review, you approach. Man, you understand? And Bawumia has also started. I came to help Nanado. Now I am coming with my own plans and program, and I am my own man. Blah 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 blah. Was starting. Now, if you observe the last speech at Boga, and now the Abakawa Stadium now, it tells you that Bawumia, excuse my language, has matured politically. Now he has a huge deficit. In politics, when you make somebody a victim, in the end, he earned some degree of sympathy. We as NDC, we need to sit down, study the phenomenon called Bawumia, and tailor some messages to deal with him. Today's Ghanaian politics, Ghana not doing yes stable because situation I own and situation and couch messages are Ghana on the a day or the now you go attack. Ghana for are tired. Ghanaians are tired of attack.
They want a different kind of strategy.
Yes, you see.
I agree with Kakra with what you are saying because even if Canada, Japan, Obi and Musa Corona can near Diana no ding. But who say all this was a washada? Kwafo no tone it down, Kakra. We're toning down. In fact, my respecting how he has rebrand himself. I was so twice to say you know, because he's trying to no one who said mistakes be in the past. No, continue. I'm sure that he cannot OTA. So he's taking order. But before we come further on the Bawumia, let me ask you about what do you expect to happen? NPP for because who say President Akufo-Addo I say or kase omunko muhumom na ken yo and I've already said how dangerous it is. Second, yes on it anan ko yesi kra asembeba. Do you think don't betimi Bawumia betimi do omu nyina kan bom?
You see, the one some me American onye me party for this for be there. But because I want my party to be very critical on issues than emotional, Canada Japan has already boosted the NPP's campaign. He has boosted their campaign on the declaration platform. The only person in the world was waiting to hear his speech was not Akufo-Addo, neither Bawumia, but was Kennedy Japan.
Yeah, it's true.
And Kennedy came there and disappointed everybody. to the admiration of his party's rank and file. And whose message was well received and heard? Kennedy Japan.
Wow.
So now, Kennedy has tied himself with the message he delivered. Going back on that moment, he will get a lot of people following him.
Okay.
That is why earlier on,
independent cry and I say, only Alan
because you don't have to be an inconsistent person.
Okay.
One Kasawe praising process no. Why congratulate the elections committee, the police service? Why? Because there was no violence, there was no any electoral malpractices, and the conduct was free and fair that you hailed it. If you want to see one of the other country, one after the hour.
Okay.
You understand? And what he has done, what he has done has also shocked Alan. Yes, he has shut Alan down because everybody was expecting, say, after their Congress, Kennedy is likely to move towards Alan. But Kennedy has disappointed those people. And the now we held process no was an sure party there. Only one billion human with him 2024. And the word already shown said tirelessly. And what now? And so I don't know whether it was a scripted message and an ankasa obeying extempo. And what? Because I'm before me, you want the one that comes to propaganda machinations. Okay? What trying when you discuss it? Why no cash on? He agreed with it. That is why about the kind. And now election record. I was watching all the radio and whatever. NPP before they brought out their own choreography for the election discussions. Baby, they were discussing about the conduct of the election, the outcome, the peace, and what have you. Then NPP knew, said the election was going to be peaceful.
Okay.
Fine. The NPP knew, said election where we are or how we back. Because mind you, before the election day, they went and signed. They went and signed agreements, and they worked seriously to make sure that they will not breach that code. Anti-Kennedy, Oba Venuhon, say who how one man he is now like the torment the NPP needed to deal with. And they've been able to.
Kennedy Japan has become like the Rollins of NDC.
Not to that extent. Why am I there? NPP for one striker. Okay. One brother will be losing in a match.
Okay. NPP for some way, no.
Yes. Why be there? Striker, yeah. One penny will be losing in a match. Striker out to many coach. And so we're further in our match. Fantastic. Maradona need this. Romano, walk or disco. Where the one coaches in there, you done the Jesse. Ebina Kennedy Ababen. He is now one single individual the party cannot afford to dispense with.
But so he has really done well because knowing that Kennedy, and knowing him today, this assembly okay, it didn't come by magic. It means Kennedy, so he's really invested, pushed himself to the point that he said, okay, even Alan Cry say Kennedy Japan borrow Alan so, judging by the votes, so he would you not celebrate him and I commend him say to be able to push himself to become a striker in NPP? No, he's done well.
No, sir, you'll be a follow NPP politics. It's not today you are going to hail Kennedy for his stake in NPP. But I mean, from where I sit, Kennedy's strategy he has not been seen enough in NPP. Okay. And with the exiting of Nanado, and then most of their top gurus being at their extinction stage, since the NPP won't pay for 75, 77, 81, 80, whatever. Though a branch or a opinion on a branch naturally from Malibua, a deal will go temple or go before. Anti-Kennedy, I am telling you, and mark it everywhere. In the next MPP, whether they win or lose, something I don't want them to do, want me win. Well, lose Kennedy will be the next first among equals in their next leadership generation.
And he that's what will lead the party, no, or he will determine who will lead.
I tell you. And he has achieved that. And that is his strategy. People don't even know. But he's a businessman, politician. And he wants to position himself at where the crunch decisions are made.
Yeah.
On count. But also, I was steady leadership down there. The monk of Yami and over Krajan. And I should not be behind funding, doing this, then later, this time around, I have to be among those who pull the podcast first. And he's achieved that. Okay. That is one thing now that make a child there. Mama, and this is for rely on the internal happenings in the MPP.
Yeah, who can say them way? Yep, who can
mark it anywhere. MPP is going to frustrate Alan. To the point that because one year Alan, they will go and beg him. Let me tell you, NPP has not achieved calmness between Kennedy, Bawumia, and this last four just because it has to happen. I'm telling you. Kwabne Japan. Sisi our Kasama Bawumia. Kwabne Japan. He's talking for Bawumia. On Chebia, Senyami and Pata. About the others, they'll come on board. And I have said there, it is not out of the ordinary. They're MPP. And when you revolutionary history, but I wanted the only party was swim to glory in confrontations and then internal improvement.
That's when they blossom.
MPP for 1996. Now MPP we need the Nzima of Western region. Not the whole Western North. MPP for will vote to Kobe Pia. Upper East MPP for when you there's existing family size. Upper West the same thing.
What are so sad?
I said from the beginning, still I say one coach and number free abu one go in your city. Auntie MPP 14 as you say, hey, and this is for a mistake. Where your PNC, NIP, PH before we will go and take it. So J4 went into Great Alliance. With Great Alliance, and a Freddie Brady winning a while. Because that time he came as a CPP, it was another podcast party. I forgot the name. That time NCP. NCP was taken over by NDC. It was one of the parties. Until by 2000, now MPP has entered that den, the Nkrumah's enclave, through that strategy. By 2000, now MPP enter the Tumu stretch. That's the Sisala Lane, the Bolga Central, and some other places in the country. Now MPP no go area. Then they went and took Unwawako independence. I will end this when we need Akudibila.
Salaga, Boniface, Muni Adina, crossing carpet to join.
There was a constituency chairman.
There was this Asante. No NDC MP or crossing carpet by MPP. Okay.
Kofi Asante, I'm influenced. That was 2002. But in 2000 election, NDC lose 4 independent candidates. Now I have 5 for 7. Victor Behope and 1 NPP. They lured them with ministerial appointments. In the end, the NPP was able to penetrate all those constituencies in their MPP is strong. And this is a political party when Osunumba walk on. You don't celebrate. You have to think about yourself and plan. Say one distraction on to and spill over to you.
And what do you think NDC should be doing now? Because my reading, I thought that this is a threat to NDC. But I said, okay, since I'm from they know how they can make their enemies their friends and enter into your zone. And I like what you are saying because if you know Kofi Jamasi here or water region, just I'm a farmer, and they will keep pushing and pushing in and it's true. So, but how should NDC respond to this? Na member prof.
Response in the network in party office. Anti-strategy the from. But the first thing is that the gray lines areas no or the warning signs and the strength of MPP, and that is what I describe as their resolve. MPP symbol. Say in Penfo say a dimbia one in Sunsaso. I am Panfo say a dimbia one in sign. MPP elephant symbol has given them a certain degree of rootedness and crafty party. So when you are dealing with them, you must always be on your toes. Because if one year audio or some about Janigan office and someone can find it means or the you understand? So the NDC must develop
again to the question. NDC, how should NDC respond to Bawumia candidature? I need this semi unity. Yeah, MPP for market so my back, no problem. How should NDC respond? Because many I don't post Mohammed kind of the campaign. I don't see any. At least Dr. Dufo has been so calm.
Sir, the last time I'm a catch said reconciliation. You can choose to decide that all is well by yourself. And you can also choose that I must make advances towards persons whom I think are not happy. You understand? If you pretend to be excited, your excitement will be short-lived with the reality. Because you say you cannot take yourself and giggle and think that you have achieved a certain degree of excitement. And the end is that one I will be committing anti-party conduct.
Okay. Yeah, my member prof from them. So because we still need to see my member prof about NDC, how NDC should respond. But first and foremost, prof, what did the solo candidates MPP for no? And conformity to my strategy, and in the face of trouble, be an honor resurrected. In the NDC moment, dear grow cry in this because Canada Japan swerve all the naysayers might say on moment support Dr. Bawumia. What do you say?
Yo, no fast, and then Mr. Cancer and a tearful. And that Minhu baby, I'm in fast and free. Many aji papa. One more campaign.
Politics. Yes.
Now, Niama may can say Matia, Miss Ancansa, near Okano. Near Kennedy, no. Sapa pepper last me cancel 1 year. Alan Tino home, my castle won't find home cobono. They say, dear Andra Kennedy, no. Sunny a Bimley the observer, no. What in one book, the right team, Sunny Okano. MPP a party, one more thing. free 1947 any parents is sank kakra sa CPP said that Kwame Nkrumah de ba twi Ghana no Rollins ba watena so we TCP dan answer bio NPP for buzi aba obatwentwom ba se o mo afifi den na ade a eye me dakra ne se da bia NDC for si o no for de mo be bam NPP for no mo age power chance no ba ne apamo na Mahamadi huru Bawumia ene de kwan na bia no se sei Bawumia ana baye Moses Amagana man obagiyen no de akọ the bia yen na yahwehwe na ka ya Bible
and no negate the fact say allegations and confo baby make including NPP supporters here Canada Japan boys a cracker say Bawumia by 7 years on shut down solve economic problem no. When the fundamentals are weak, fundamentals is still like exposing and see, and I'm 12. And those questions are still there.
Yes.
The question is that
yes, and
I know when you not claim so my back no. Can they match NDC or what the kind NDC according to new research no? NDC lead MPP 3% to prof.
Yes.
Yes, about me Moses no solution no.
But nyame kan say Kennedy na ba ya anko bia baka so baby ti Mahama easily. But Bawumia nam ho no won say wonim politics ye na ne eden ne ho oden na 3 points ne there by next week kura no ye free ho. I'm telling you.
How is that possible? How?
What dey anhwe obeyi free ho na minim say NDC for kwase say omo nu omo say omo yi Mahama because vote for boot no Mahama entumi Bawumia o di wabedi bi ami ehu say esummu na o de akoye for more than 3 good years and Ghana for who say cell phone wanya light ya use if you ben krobe na bakọ use cell phone enti sade no nko a wo mo aye no Mahama wa wasomba po dem say this for no said no more start mami message na there no mo ni abre ka mo nko na Mahama but it's never too late.
But bro, NPP for na crash supporters. Na me my example about Canada, Japan supporters crash say. Bawumia by the opposition because questions now Bawumia busa Mahama name is ata na kwabesi no to me answer. And fundamentals have already exposed Bawumia. I don't know how you are saying say between Bawumia and Mahama ne dey and I say Bawumia we need that. How?
Na
what
the okaya no correct when the fundamentals are weak the city will expose you. Yes, it's a universal truth. Now, you produce here, no, and I'm a city now a week into one name. Now, so the cause of something, you are likely to find a solution. Now, there be a said American advice president, no, economic management team, Kurano, said that I can atana soro do okaya mfa. They said there the position as a planke, no, someone more planke. They said don't know about stiano, ena oka. Enti yamhwe no onim ni speech no wa accepte no kan say onim say Ghana for bre o mo bre en wa beje no onim say wontumi nyadwuma no a anka o media ni mu nse say mom yamhwe no na nyo no nko na beye ya nyina baboa no sane kan Kennedy gina ho kan say elections were fair no nto baboa no ya nyina nyintum sa
do you believe say Ken and power baboa kon supporters be send message say debut. Almost can support with
time, they will see the truth in the whole politics there. Anything can happen. Politics, anything can happen. Share Abra Kwame Nkrumah 10 who free UG's Sisimono. No one supporters. Now he was virtually unknown. But what to me, nkakra, actually spreading the tentacles. Sadly, back on the BT, UGC senior de adeno, broad base, and about NPP for her. Into with broad base near the adeno, Kennedy supporters, and what they voted massively for him in even Bantama. Now, maybe say, Kennedy, Atna Bantama Dentra, Cape Coast were 5 voter, 14 out of 16, Bawumia 5. The figures were huge. And it's a Canadian decides to name Bawumia Bayajuma. Mommy and Nini, not young Rasa on Becabom. Now, she said, dear, Minim Senipa Bebre and Yabre, and to be our bar, on to me kind of correct. Media send me kada no. Bawumia the promised land. On fion kosumubio. Kanyania young one. A high sasana Dr. Belson Ekano.
Not just how they all supported Bawumia da.
Yes, before even Kennedy
okay.
came into the picture.
Okay.
Before Kennedy came into picture.
And Kennedy bar picture no so still there.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
At some point no na ayehu but me gina painting. It's no man that me tie and I was happy. Said na me say so nkansa kana. Sir,
so this is not a professor's comment now. You are making this comment as say, oh, you're a supporter of Bawumia.
Yes.
Not because you're a professor.
No. Now and then I also want the nation well. The person Ghana for me tonight you krom ya juma.
Okay.
Ye jai Dubai ni Qatar ni ade ye de dankrofo mantwiase no. No.
Okay.
On mano, she Canada admu on nkwan wa ye. Say minim say a time will come, sir. He will go unopposed on both NDC and NPP. Why ye be a more minor? Papa.
Okay, Prof. Matobo member to be a mama a Elikem a Morte emblem because I know if you are or NDC a impenifono back. We want to also see Prof. Asema or can say Bawumia against Mahama lose because Prof. They are now talking about doom. So I am aware, so at least. Yeah, that's about 2016. As of October, there was no doom. So I know that. I am for baby talk about. I'm like, what I know is what I know. So I can't change what I know for Ebiana. They were pretending say, but I didn't experience any doom so and to say. But my main for him was 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, check into your shop now per 10,000 Ghana cedis that this is for you. And also better start here. Debbie when you start here, some code your back my back.
Before maybe some question, no. You just made a statement about Dumso. Prof on Kaise Bawumia say we can't appreciate Mahama for ending Dumso. I know on Kayana. Don't you remember that Bawumia
can't appreciate Mahama for any Dumso?
For ending Dumso. Well, that was Bawumia's statement before the end of 2016. You don't remember?
Well, yeah, the one said a small mama dear call no now you're a home.
But that is pathetic to make a statement like that because
good years.
That is pathetic because you see, you may be, Prof. I'm intentionally making this statement. Prof, I am intentionally making this statement. I am intentionally making this statement. You may be too young to know that in 1998, and Jerry Rawlings, there was Dumso, and at President Kufuor, there was Dumso, and at Mills, there was Dumso, and at Mahama, there was Dumso. Mahama ended it. And the NPP themselves said that the problem we have under Mahama was that we have too much capacity. Too much capacity was the NPP's statement. And they said that we have a lot of capacity, but we didn't have the money to feed it. So Mahama have provided capacity for us. And again, I'm intentionally saying that you may be too young, but 1998 there was Dumso, you may not know. If you're
so Prof, why in your domino and a canyon offer me near Jum Canyan. But the fact we are saying is a buyer no more so, a buyer no more so. Woman see here light.
It is only under the leadership of Bawumia and Nanado that we have for the first time in Ghana. Akosombo is so overflowing that we have to spill water, and yet there is Dumso. Still, there is Dumso. Even with the other president before, if you they sent pastors to go and pray over Akosombo. You remember? For the Akosombo.
Yeah, because Dumso nearby. That was the time I Rekube woke up strategic reserve plants nearby.
Indeed. How many pastors call them Mbompaye? But this is under Nanado. God gave Nanado everything. So much money, so much water. Still, there is Dumso. If you have a question, then so this one.
The question that I'm asking is, what can earlier now say? Bawumia to me making 90% of the total votes. And you said that is an indication of a failure of a leader, because normally you were drawing some anomalies. And normally leader no be winning, should always guess more than 80-90% of the total votes.
Right.
But where they were, until you said it means something.
Yes. If you let me be clear. And again, you and I have been on this platform several times. And Makase, Bawumia winning the NPP elections was going to be a gift to the NDC. And I am yet to find one NDC member that is not excited today. Now, let me also be clear.
He's not excited. I said this. He was looking sharp. He was. Why some
no.
analysis?
Again, that is fine. But you see, if you understand the politics of Ghana very carefully, the reason why you may be bothered by Bawumia is not because Bawumia cannot win the elections in 2024. He cannot win the elections in 2024. Never. Now, let me be clear. If Alan Kyerematen has not gotten out of these elections, Bawumia will not have won the elections. That one is a fact. Look, I heard people saying yesterday and the day that it happened, say, Alan couldn't have won because the people who would have voted for Alan are the ones who went to vote for Kennedy Japan. That is barbaric. That is childish. Look, and I remember I told you, sir, what Kennedy needed, if he has listened and have done it, probably he would have won these elections hands down. Kennedy just needed to have rebranded himself in a short time. Now, rebranding, as you and I talked about the other day, was that keep quiet, control your mouth. Look, on the ticket of the NPP parliamentary primaries, was credibility. Now, Bawumia is not credible. We all know that already. And to know that the choice is that can Kennedy Japan have some credibility? But he took himself out of the elections. Even to the extent, say, days before the elections, you say, oh, they bribed me 800 million. It was rebunked. So quickly, the people were like, you two, you are not credible. Bawumia too is not credible. Well, let's dive into it. So it was between the rock and the hard place. I was clear. So I will be surprised if Bawumia gets 65%. And I was very clear on that. And that was even when Alan was still in the race. If Alan had stayed in this race, worst case scenario, it would have gone to a second round. Worst case scenario, it would have gone to a second round. Bawumia, and by the way, Fia, the other day when I mentioned the Northern and you were not happy with me, you saw the NPP put North and religion on the ballot box. By the way, that statement was made by their general secretary, clearly saying that the North, the religion, that is a choice that they made. By making that statement, you have put it on the ballot box. So let us be tolerant to each other. I'm saying, say, Bawumia with the NPP cannot beat John Mahama. And you asked me the last time, say, who would we prefer? I said, we would prefer Bawumia. And the unfortunate thing is that it's not everything you can say on radio and on TV, but Bawumia is the easiest candidate for the NDC to beat. If you are, to start with, one of the easiest thinking that you should have is that all over the world, it is very, very, very difficult to win an election without a constituency. It is very, very difficult.
Without a constituency?
Yes. And it is very difficult to win an election without a constituency. And that is one of the things that affected Spilgabra.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And that is one of the things that made Alan Kyerematen not have a solid ground.
But Alan had a constituency. He was coming from Ashanti.
I'm coming. That is different. I'm talking about winning a constituency.
Okay.
Look, in our elections, when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was running, I'm saying that you can't put Spilgabra against him because Spilgabra doesn't have a constituency. We all come from a constituency. That is not what I'm saying.
Like you must have a parliamentary seat to be at.
Thank you.
You said this is your following.
Yeah, DNA. For some people to take some ownership of you. I'm saying that Dr. Bawumia does not have a constituency. There is no way he will win the elections in 2024. Of course, we've heard the likes of Komi, the statement that they made. We've heard the things about Nana Addo saying that I want to run over to another NPP candidate. We've heard all of those statements. So, of course, we are aware, sir, the appetite to rig the election is very high. We are aware, sir, declaring a leader is not the same as winning an elections. And so that is a possibility. But again, there is one thing that they will never understand in 2024. Let us not get into the details, Mami. The most important thing is that I am saying to you that Dr. Bawumia cannot Kennedy Japan had a chance. Alan Chemanche had a chance against John Mahama. Dr. Bawumia does not have any chance at all against John Dramani Mahama. That is a fact. Look, that's
Kingsley, my question I'm first alone Bremo because what can say religion?
Yes.
Any
the general secretary of the
NPP for general secretary.
Yes.
And don't you it says the religion, ethnicity come one. And then about Bawumia wa upper hand because number one, of northern extraction to any President Mahama beche all the 4 northern regions on beche.
Okay.
Number 2, Zongo so are one of the strongholds of NDC.
Okay.
President Mahama onye Muslim. Bawumia are in Kremoni. And the Zongos on Mahama beche and it's likely so no oye Kremoni no. If said the who can say it's on the ballot. If you are the religion, any ethnicity, at ballot, no, so said you who came there. Like I said, ethnicity will favor Bawumia. It will favor Mahama too. But religion, baby, T Mahama, because you're not Christian leaders, baby. By your fourth republic here, President Rollins, the time he be seen, and just a limampe. Yan share then your cremony, and then religion will also play to the favor of Bawumia. Because Bawumia so cut across, because some new Christians also say fine.
I don't.
Obey T Mahama.
I don't understand how you are getting your figures. The population of Muslims in Ghana is currently hovering around 15 to 18%. John Dramani Mahama belongs to the biggest Pentecostal church group in Ghana,
Assemblies of God, yeah.
Fact. Now, if you are putting religion on the ballot and you are talking about Christian, 70-something% versus 15%. I'm saying that let's not get into some of this argument, but because.
So you think I know and play to Bawumia advantage?
No, how? How? Have you heard some of the things that Christians are beginning to say? Have you heard some of them?
Yeah, Mati bebe so amon pay cremoni ba no dey nkofo na eka. Dey na
if you
no Muslims are NDC for. Bawumia be contesting kwa de no ye NDC cremoni no. Obeto ama Bawumia. I've heard that too.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. When delegates go to vote in an elections, and by the way, this is the cream of the crop of the NPP, the elites of the NPP. By the way, who came third? I
didn't even focus on that. I think Akoto came third.
Small ballot. Small ballot.
Now Ghana election class small ballot.
No, this is the cream of the crop. This is the elite of the NPP. That went into look. You don't see this amount of spot ballots in NDC delegate elections. No, when you are paying when you are looking at results.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Says spot ballots.
I'm telling you. You see, again.
Member say MPP for no say unity. Member Stoki fire be our home so be vote now. Omako say na that in a small ballot.
What I'm saying to you is that you see, unfortunately, illiteracy rate is still hovering around 60% in our country. And so when we are going into some of these things, and the General Secretary mentions something like religion, I'm saying, so you remember the statement that Mami Dokunu made, was it in 2006? I don't remember. First, no, in Kanyenon, let me took on Murem. They said, I don't know if you remember that statement.
Yeah.
You know,
okay,
so yes, and when you begin to say, and when people begin to say, oh, me and this cremo, be careful. Because what you are going to do, what you are going to achieve is that even the NPP, because even the NPP people who are Christians are saying, because of ABCD. Let us not put some of the reasons on radio. Let the people propagandists continue to make their propaganda. But Bawumia does not stand a chance against John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, but before Abeban Solo made some fantastic analysis about say NPP for no. Every time there's a major crisis, to say Afokodie, Nikwabne Japan, they always kind of bounce back. And I was saying this year, careful. And if you make a sweeping, easy statement, oh, Bawumia doesn't stand a chance. These people too are going back. How they even manage this? Japan bet me and for bet me. Before that, look at how they managed Kennedy Japan for moment signing peace. Then they came Kennedy Japan even expectation no be our and people are saying more NDC for more expectation. Be said and Kennedy Japan back now fire see NPP move now you are banking your winning on the confusion now. So local say oh no watch out that ready to Accra or say more careful because these people will not fight for NDC to benefit.
If you no. Let us be very clear. The what we needed from Canada Japan, he has given us already. What we need is he has given to the NDC. It will be dangerous for any political party to really be looking for close membership with Canada Japan. That would be sad. Now, but the statement that Solo made is true, but it's true for the both parties. If you remember back in 1992 and I said 1996, what about there was this MP who said, I will just do, Mr. Speaker, I will do the honorable thing by just crossing carpet. I don't know if you remember.
I think that was 96, Anna.
And then
no. That was 2002. 2003 that about Professor Wayoseni.
Fantastic. So we've seen Obeda Samoa and Francis SCM left, and then the NDC won the elections. So we've seen even our former General Secretary Joshua Aye, we've won elections after that. I'm saying to you, sir, as a political turmoil, it has happened, and then we have won elections. The NPP have gone through the same. So that is not necessarily benefiting one political party. So it is one of those things in Ghana that tells you, Sabi. Why? You need to remember a whole Nana Konedo Ajimaron list. If you remember, when John Dramani Mahama was picked by Professor Mills, he was on the radio. He said,
she said they treated him with kid gloves.
We will not treat him with kid gloves. Even the founder and the wife were not happy, but they won the elections. So again, we have seen these things happen in our political environment. It will continue to happen. None of these things. And by the way, the NPP is not in trouble. Not necessarily. I am saying, sir, Canada Japan, it's just a matter of time. Give Canada Japan about a month or two. Man up to February. He will realize what was done to him the day or two before when he went to sign that thing. And then when he realizes that, you will see. And again, they should pray that he doesn't get all the money out of them before the elections.
Okay. So what do you think about the Okan? I said, Mama, simple. So I said, NDC, we need that. And again, like the research shows that Mama is ahead 3%. But also, because NDC, you're careful. Because
Obiana Mosia offer ne political communication fee. We speak this way to the party's rank and file, who in the end will not be the ones that will give you victory. You must tailor your communication to the floating voter. And around this time, I've given out the caution that the NDC should tailor our communication to the floating voter. We'll communicate.
Hello, Solo. Oh, Solo,
to give them.
So
no, if
you're repeat it,
message is part of the political communication strategy. There's the one who should come and give a lot of encouragement, hope, and assurance to the party's rank and file. There should be others who should also come and speak to the floating voters. There should be others who should be honest and sometimes even admit God. For persons to know that, yes, I have a NDC for cracker saying yet, then we are coordinating the communication and also meeting the target audience. Because audience are in different.
I think the point that Solo person can say they are all Canadian. You catch the party for to just ginger them, but they are also Canadian to floating voters. I
understand clearly. And by the way, I forgot to say, I said salute to my senior comrade Solo. It's been a long time. Let's reconnect. I beg. It's been a very long time, my brother. But I completely understand what he's saying. But the question that you ask me, I am being clear on it. I'm saying, sir, look, I'm not saying that. I am the one who just said to you, sir, Bawumia can be declared the winner of the elections. And just from the statement that have been made by some of the NPP leaders and even Anado himself. One thing, by the way, in 1998, when President Kufuor was going around, late Major Koshiga made a profound statement and said that, I will summarize it. Basically, he was in a car and they were going to Accra. But an old man who wanted to alight before the Accra said, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. And when they kept going, at the last end, to the last bus stop, then they realized that the old man has spoiled his pants. And that is why he didn't want to get down there for people to see his under. That is the statement that Koshiga made. That is the same statement we are making now, that the NPP has a lot of rot under them. We are asking that they should get up. And when they get up, we will see the rot under them and we'll put them in jail accordingly. I agree with the statement that we have to
now you have to win the election before crowd jail winning elections. How can you jail anybody?
I am telling you, sir, why?
It's agenda, NDC agenda.
I'm not talking about NDC agenda. I'm saying that as a Ghanaian, I am saying that the rot that has been committed since 2016 till next year. Why? You are saying that we shouldn't prosecute anybody? I'm saying that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking if I know my main agenda.
That is not the agenda. The agenda is to restore Ghana back to where it was. I saw some beautiful young people who were interviewed on the street of Accra, and I almost came to tears when I heard these young people making statements like, "Look, at least we saw where Mahama took us to. All we are asking is that he should come and take us back to where he got us to. Where we are going to as a country right now is that Nanado have put the country in reverse gear. He is taking our country back. We just need to get back. That is the major thing that we need as a country. We don't need a miracle at this point. Mahama knows the road. Like they say in Nigeria, if you want success, follow someone who knows the road. Mahama knows the road to success. And Bawumia and Nanado, they don't know it. And by the way, did Mahama not tell Bawumia that if you've never been in government, manage what you say properly? Did Mahama not tell him that? Because Mahama knows the road. Bawumia doesn't know. And he's still making promises. Did you hear him when he was making a statement? I'm going to move the country from restoration to what production? I'm like the same guy who said from taxation to production. That same guy.
Well, now he's saying down only leadership. But you're moving on. You're back running mate. Because
by the way, I heard the statement Prof made say, when you are vice president, you know what I say? Really? Ghana Constitution? Then so you are telling me that we just wasted 8 years in paying Bawumia for nothing? He has no part to play. What is the meaning of the leader of the economic management team? That is a childish statement to make. Bawumia was in charge. Why? Was it not Bawumia who stood on our platform and said, Professor Bajafwa, what a team? Didn't he know what he was talking about?
Yeah, but if he knows what was he the one managing the team?
Yes, he was. He was the one managing the economic management team. What are we talking about?
Failure, he is going for somebody who is good.
What did you expect? What did you expect? You expect another to say Bawumia Fota? He won't say that. I'm saying to say Bawumia was the one who made gargantuan statements to us. Bawumia was the one that was in charge. Are you telling me that Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo is so much autocratic that if economic management team goes to their meeting and bring him suggestion, he will say, but watch me, and I'll do what I want? Is that what you are telling us today on this platform? That the management team, that cabinet will go and meet, that minister will bring proposal to the president, and the president will say, when you know, is that what you are telling us today?
Okay.
Bawumia had no say.
Bawumia was in charge.
Can say, Obian Obama, Obama said, and this is never about this platform, not be praising Bawumia, but that is the plain truth. Nanado, share, near say, Tabi, onti Obiano. A man for Ankasa, only finance minister free, you know. It's Nanado, no, why not you say, Hanoka, a Huanoko. Okay. One example of Yama, may say, Omotina Bawumia so, Achim Mafiano, Na Bawumia ka ho. Mo de mama Bawumia chance na hwe de obeye oman no. Na make a chom. Tete omusu
I agree with you. The statement that you made.
Osoro no obabu chiriye no. Osoro babu chiri.
Give the one example. I say even the sacking of the finance minister, and it's a classic indication. Say
yes,
Nanado doesn't listen to Bawumia and listen to the people in the government.
You say reshuffle. Why? One tradition referendum.
That is not true. When the parliamentarians did the press conference. The press conference and said,
1 million vote difference. 1 million vote difference.
Okay, Prof.
When the parliamentarians made the press statement, say the Kenneth Fureta should be sacked, they didn't. Nanado didn't say no. He invited them and told them that look, Moontrain, let this happen, and I will let him go. The only thing being that the parliamentarian, for whatever reason, they didn't go back to Mr. President and say, Mr. President.
Yeah, Kingsley, he's making a point that even by your own explanation, President Nika said, IMF negotiation that's not my area that the man is still opposed. It's the point is that another doesn't listen.
Yes, it will not be out here now. So
but you see, let me. More importantly, Prof made a statement. Say, does Bawumia belong to the Achim Mafia? I'm fantastically appreciative of that statement. But that is another that is another proof to you, sir. Nanado is not gone. If you vote for Bawumia, Nanado is not going anywhere. These same Gabis and there will be the same people that will be in charge.
How do you draw that conclusion? Anyway, moving on.
Did you not see Bawumia? Did you see the number of times? Did you see the number of times Bawumia bowed to Nanado and said thank you very much? Did you see the number of times Bawumia bowed to Nanado and said thank you very much, and I'll forever be grateful?
Yes. And bow to the president.
Did I say me say he will continue to worship him for the rest of his life?
He's not a president. Nanado is still president.
Nanado is the president.
Yes,
Bawumia cannot be his own man.
Okay, but the point I'm better addressing that. So now, what is the strategy against NPP for? Because it looks like they say they are united. Can also accepting process. It looks like they are united. So what is the plan against them?
No, but Prof, it will be childish for it will be childish for anybody to think, sir, the NDC was hoping, sir.
Oh yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I finish my statement?
Almost say, Bawumia, I Canadian Chinaho, NDC for, MPP for, I just say, I'm sure respect because of his contribution to other party. No, Bawumia. Yes, but grassroots decided, so okay, Yati Bawumia, Yati Canadian, they've traveled north, south, east, west, central. But your face, in spite of everything, Bawumia ni amani dia ni mwe bawini. And they're all going to work towards him. But
that doesn't answer the question. So, what's the NDC forward plan that they were pushing?
This is just childish.
That's what they were hoping for.
Now, probably the NDC more than I have time for me.
Prof, are you saying that the NPP was hoping that Alan Chemante leaves? Are you saying that it was a plan for the NPP for Alan?
No.
Plan.
And your plans on
what kind of childish is this?
Don't you know the importance of Alan to MPP?
But don't you know before you let him go? Didn't you know before you let him go?
He was not playing with the process. He was not playing to the still, people are working to get him back. Do you know that? People are still working to get Alan back. Now they said, Moniabre, meaning say, Monda. Bawumia is going to showdown. Kennedy de Bayano. It's going to be a showdown between Bawumia and Mahama, and then we see who is stronger.
Let me
I hope we are recording this.
Let me explain something to you.
What they come, Mitie? Go ahead.
Go back in history. Go back in history. And ask yourself, how many parliamentary elections did anybody win in the voter region? That person or the person lose in the voter region and that person becomes a president. From the first election on the 8th of January 1951 till today. By the way, are you very aware, sir? The voter region people were more UP than even the central region and the Greater Accra. Now, if the voter region people listened carefully and didn't vote for Bawumia and Kennedy Japan won, even despite Kennedy Japan's statement that he made against the voter region people, you should think carefully and ask yourself why. You can sit on video and say,
it wasn't surprising that
you think that is what you are using for elections.
Yeah.
No,
I'm saying to you, sir. No, you see, I'm saying to you, sir, for Bawumia to even lose in the voter region, the voter region, it's not about money. We have never followed money.
No,
but NPP already loses in voter region, so is it not following the same trend?
It's nothing new. Nothing new.
Serious?
Yeah,
But Prof, let me be clear to you, sir. If you can inform him. You asked me on this platform, sir, who do we want to go against Mahama? We were clear that we prefer Bawumia.
Yeah.
We prefer Bawumia. Now, if you didn't know that, you don't know that. And by the way, it doesn't matter who. Now you are here saying, sir, that even Vice President Bawumia is not respected and his words are not taken in government. But you are the same person saying that Kennedy Japan being a member of the NPP will matter. Like a whole vice president does not matter. But Kennedy Japan just being a member of the NPP, it matters? It does? Really?
Okay.
That is not that is what nobody is saying.
Because Solo was saying, it's a caution to NDC. Say NDC should not just go to bed. Because NPP they are not going to just win and sleep. Homework, and it is true, say already Mahama is leading by 3%, but that is not 50+1.
3%. I say,
well, that is not 50+1 because still like president, you need 50+1 to become president. Indeed,
MPP for
as annoying as this poll will be, I'm going to send it to you right now, and you can tell Prof. As annoying as this poll may be. Tell Prof. No, and I'm saying
about running mate. So
elephant is alive. Elephant no sorry.
A lot of names are coming. They do chum napo ebikrabo kojo ponkrumedin, which I don't know. I think is kojo ponkruman castle running mate. Yeah, mommy frame up Paris or my body. I don't think she's interested or not a grandma or Jane home. She's really not interested in being a running mate. I don't know because
if you can ask her we you how you
party card let's look at NDC one day running mate because Momo yeah president and by now NDC should have a running mate Mahama campaign who is coming and
if you are one thing that the NDC have never lacked is candidates and field. And again, even if you look at the presidential elections, look at the field of the presidential elections, candidates of the NPP and the NDC. One thing that NDC have never lacked is credible people. And of course, as at right now, Professor Nana Akufo-Addo is still the front runner, and we are still excited about her. And that is the demography that we think that is waking up. The female demography in Ghana cannot be disrespected and underrated anymore. I, being my mother's son, I'm excited to see a woman president in Ghana. Liberia has done it. Is it Tanzania or whatever? I also have done it.
Tanzania, President Bakunu,
yes, and we are making progress as a country. Now, if a serious political party exists and they don't see the value of this demography, then that will be sad. So the NDC is very excited. There are a lot of people. Of course, the name I started hoping, say, back in 2000 election or so was the one time that I suggested, say, we go with Jesus Christ,
Hanatete. Okay, yes. Okay.
And so seeing where we got to for Prof, we have been more than excited. And again, it brought a lot of the technocrats, it brought a lot of the intellectuals, academicians, and the females onto the board of the NDC. And the female need to accept themselves. The statement that the biggest enemy of the female is the female. People continue to perpetrate this statement, and sometimes it sounds as to be true, but they need to realize that this is for them. And because this is
likely say Prof. J. Nana Pokwaj Mayan and Prof.
Most likely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It will be.
More candidates. It's more candidates. Are there any hopefuls?
Oh no, but you see, if you are as for elections, you continue to sell until until election night. You continue to sell until you are bought. Exactly. It's the same as a girlfriend boyfriend situation. You continue to be the best girlfriend until you are married.
Pastor change candidates. Okay. At the point where the Mumuni and a coin not changing Mumuni and over President Mahama and or changing President Mahama. No,
even brought not. Inisa Fuseni also. I think Inisa Fuseni was also brought. It was 3 different candidates. Yes.
Okay. Inisa Fuseni. But I remember on Mumuni. Yes, Mumuni was.
Yeah. Right. So we had. So again, the NDC has been. That is what I'm saying. So if we don't lack people. That is a fact. The NDC doesn't lack people. Unlike the NPP.
More lucky. Why are you not changing?
No. Because again, like they say in America, if it is not broken, don't fix it. Okay. The system that we took to 2020 election wasn't broken. And if it is not broken, why would you want to fix it? If you take your time and realize that yes, that system was broken now, then of course you fix it. If you are winning. If you are a team that is winning, Blasters, you are doing well. Why do you want to make too many changes? So the system that we had was a winning system. And we believe that the outcome of that elections was different from what exists. And so if it was not broken, why fix it?
Okay. So far, for NPP running mate, do you think it is time? Also, I'm can running mate as I be so lobby giddy. Do you think this is the time?
Yes. It's the right time. Because when they don't have time. If you watch them, they don't have time. And that is where I said that the NDC must observe NPP critically. We have gone to election 5-6 months ago. If they come with their election, pick their running mate, it means that they've done about 80% of their internal consultations and internal peace and bridge making. But when you are building bridge, if you are not sure there, you don't open it. And the biggest consultation within MPP now is the process towards choosing running mate.
And running mate, is the biggest issue.
It's the biggest issue now. As for the post-election reconciliation, a team is doing it outside Bawumia. The MPP, that's how they build their structures. When you come to NDC, the same thing: complaints and grievance committee, reconciliation committee, and what have you. So this one should not be the burden of the winner now, the leader now. A team will do it.
So names now, but who do you think? Because you see, Central Region, we need Central Region voter. Vice presidential running mate candidate for Central Dada. Already NDC, so NPP to Central Region is shaky for them. So if NDC continues with Professor Jenano Pokwadman, that's the NDC MPP for no motoma a friend like Kennedy Japan a disgruntled. Already there's a 40+% voter turnout or member voter apathy no. Or more man turning out, and there's about 45% of people in MPP and cast man turning up to vote. All these things, the NDC candidate or moment any profile. MPP for who is best to represent them as running mate, Obetimi Abua, I sure I vote for Bawumia.
One far question could be some motia. I'm a MPP, but I have told you, sir.
But today you are here as my analyst. What do you think?
Fantastic. I know the MPP is likely to choose their running mate from Ashanti region. That one is settled, not negotiable. You understand?
Settled, Ashanti region.
By political strategy, the MPP exists in a triangular form. They've told you Dankwa Buzia Domu, and you see, and now Dankwa is a exiting president.
Okay.
Domo has taken over they will go back to Busia for the running mate. Then they compensate the Dankwa people, other chief of staff or speaker of parliament.
Okay.
That is political negotiation.
I feel I may take calculation that in the event that Damboche can be like the next chief of staff, something like that. Because he's
yes, they have their plan. Any political party that does not do a prior election strategic negotiations, no, you are likely to lose. If you make yourself, you keep your cards at your chest. They won't continue in your match. Won't continue in Kowa. People will be following you now. I'm a cast of you. Can say ye piano and the and go for bebre. I want to get your can. What you actually do, one giant chain, but one for 100 pia. Say one. And any serious podcast leader, what he or she does is that he invests his hope in other leading members. And if Eastern region knows that this is what will stand to benefit from the governance structure, all their stakeholders will come on board and deliver their region. Okay. So Volta region in NDC himself, we have been promised the first 4. We have a speaker or we have a chief of staff. They know it and they will deliver. If a central region knows this and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, NPP, so let me talk for them, but what the emphasis because I will say Ashanti region, they are then very high Napo Benya. Because now Ashanti region, Napo Educhum, Naponi Educhum, they are the leading running mate candidate names are Abba Up, Naponi Educhum.
So Echo Ashanti region.
Ose.
Echo Ashanti region. Echo Ashanti region. One guy who always caused the NPP to bubble in Ashanti region, Napo.
Okay.
And then
so Napo add value to them if they choose Napo.
I will not say value. I will say they have to look at who is a strategic partner.
Okay. Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And in politics, you must look. No, I'm aiming for characteristics of a running mate.
Okay.
He should be radical. Because Bawumia is not. He should be somebody who is a bit generous, very resourceful. He should be somebody who is academically sound. You understand? And then finally, he should be somebody who has general internal acceptability in Ashanti. Okay.
And then when you're the man appointed, because I see all this qualifying Napo more than anybody.
Maybe criteria or the actually choose running mate.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Say any more NDC. Any anything and I'm focus on some Ashanti region running mate. No.
So I podcast strategy.
Boss, your friend is cry. Tall boss and a bust. Yes. Bakis so case as a more as a professor no pokwa jimana and the was how about what
you see NDC is in a podcast web now. Yes, I'm not in the boom because my no idea about as a running mate no. If you are now and calculate here, you lose a region. Now Central region is the 4th largest region in Ghana. Central region NDC in 2020, NDC performed when it comes to parliamentary. From 4 to 13.
Okay.
And if you observe the role of the woman in this in that contest now, and strategically NDC did not use the woman well in 2020. And it was not. I'm enough. Now, enough. When her role should have been from Keta, and I say Keta Afrao, to a new town in Afasini, all the coastal areas.
Yeah, okay.
And all them candidates, yeah, sign up. No periodically, no. No, about middle better can aba yebina oko. Auntie, even though Yantuman used to know, her contribution to 2020 election was not a joke.
Okay.
If this time around,
Napo against Jena no Pokwadman, you think it will work the magic for even for NDC?
I am always hoping that NDC for a bedding kunim and a bedding kunim. But me, my worry is your strategy. Because our election has become very sophisticated. If you are not research-driven party, you will look at the rally numbers and deceive yourself.
Okay.
Because I mean, my term rally numbers as the people who attended the rally stroke the voters register of that community. It will tell you that if you rely on the rally, you will lose election.
Okay. Very well. So,
and our figures also about one thing or who opponent there. Who opponent are scared with the numbers. So he would start to work. Now also when you now slack there, with the numbers I've won. Until I said 2024 election, NDC, you were 80% chance of winning. But once again, any osono le problem one, or say Jinaye, on the caution, I'm going mind.
Okay. The Elicam Sawati, why wouldn't you have been Charlie? At the end, more ahead, but carefulness. And yes, sometimes we do any now we are solely yakituebi, complacency betting album, then I know about you buy that.
No, absolutely. I have said, sir, look, some of the elections, and if you see some of the statement that I've made on them specifically, like I was Wogan, the night of the elections. Unfortunately, our candidate was not there before the elections was declared, and left far before the elections was declared in 2020. In 2016. And many of our places. So I am one of the people who say that, look, election is 90 minutes game. Until the referee say PPP, you cannot stop moving. You cannot stop because we've seen, is it Bayern Munich versus Liverpool, where last minute 3 goals or 2 goals were scored to attend the Champions League. So you could think, sir, you are leading. So no, you cannot for 1 second think, say, oh, this election is a done deal. If Mahama was thinking so, why will he be doing this number of tours? Like he's starting another one right now. So no, nobody is thinking that, and nobody is going to sit down and think, say, oh, this election is a done deal. No, it is not. On the issue of the vice presidential candidate, I think our country has been about the same. Like election year, between April and July ending, candidates will come out. And it's going to be the same again this coming one. 2024, between April, most likely June, candidates will be announced around that time. 2020, I remember it was, I think, on Monday of 6th of July. It was announced.
So Elikem, sorry. Was it terminal call?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was. I think it was on the 6th of July 2020 that Prof was announced as the candidate. And so it will be around the same time. If you go back in our history, it's generally around that May, June, July, thereabout. So it will be again around the same time. Because like we try not to distract the beginning of the year too much. You allow people to do their thing. And of course, Easter comes, and then just after that, you drop the
but then the point you want to make is say this seeming unity among NPP for no shaking for NDC. Moon shaky and
it is only in the NPP's dictionary that you don't have to kill people to win. We can win without killing. We can win without a party being destroyed. You can win with everybody still being in the race, and that is the beauty. That is the one that you really have fun. How will you feel? Say you say, but you go to a 100-meter final. There is no Usain Blake. There is nobody. There is like Kingsley. There is a fear. Like, how will you feel? That is not sweet. Nobody is hoping said the NPP should be broken and tattered. And indeed, if that happens, look, people, even this one, people are beginning to say, so NDC will declare as Alan and or the numbers they call NDC baby. So if Kennedy Japan leaves, it will be the same again. Oh, Alan call ye, Kennedy Japan also call ye, and Hama winning, Nankanya Sadia, Nanko winning. No. We want them all to be there. So, Prof, you are lying when you say that the NDC wishes there. I'm saying you are lying. When you say that the NDC wants all of you together, we want to put all of you together and then beat you well. Then you understand, sir, you lost the elections.
Okay, you land.
There is no land here. Don't think, sir, the NDC is not thinking about breaking your front. If it is about breaking your front, probably it will not be, it would have happened already. It would have happened already. Where you guys are now, look, the NDC, have you seen the way NDC has been throughout the weekend? We are not, but even throughout your race, Kennedy Japan was giving enough dossier. Why bother? Why bother? Alan Jemate wrote a statement. You guys need to read the statement very carefully. That was enough dossier. Why bother? Why do you want to jump in when the people are killing themselves already? No, nobody is interested in you breaking each other apart. We are very interested in you being a one unit.
I want you to land.
For this way chocolate drink, do you hear any share? Do you hear any share? Never one day, and yes, sachet, just tobacco, no fegusium. Say yes, you know, canum one no one be now cook baby, I'll pay the auntie. I know, baby, I'm sorry. This way chocolate drink, and your man maybe empire, a broche for Niagara, a bad no be no more better, and a more edit quantity. This way chocolate drink, I come from. I said, do you hear any ensure share? Over 10,000 Ghana cedis. Be a dear one club be a fortune. It's bronye the club one and any betri street. From Accra to Kumasi Bantama, Kumasi Kosi, a Tamale, Cheese Street, be a level, be a club, be a dear, and no one club. Because Oto be na Osha counters and so on. Nitino number be also just text a number no, and you can win 10,000 cool chops. They say Ghana heading. You'll be at the Roma. They say you cannot cry a day. We are one or you are train. And you saw the cocoa chachani at dear man who are bachelor the empato. They can form on a beer and one club. Chile, but Chile no responsibly. Ubenyes can be at the Akoya, the Opesa.
Taxi.
Yes, taxi crowd be back at 10,000 baby womb. 2 taxi crowd be back at 10,000 Ghana cedis na a club for a day to just buy a beer so no more crown on it number be on just text a number no call star 899 star 9 hash star 899 star hash udem 10,000 now waje now so the kwa ode akwa ball brand make an Ghana e den intimate now no na sika twagu na obetimi agibi amana ye ya memo bi na da o na matika no enko free e mema ni nyina so grooming papa this year from head to toe. As I say, mema na kaftan no me ade aba presidential candidate omo korade no a we fun so shy fatal every level. First na say man yes on mema ni BSS no man no so bro nya mutumi ye shopping e perfect man o ye na address ukunu na so dey man gift enhia bi ye na ye pe one side dodo na odom de ka ne be ma na ye nkwan yaje perfect man. I just said, Bronye, no squad, the whole squad, man. Ben, tidy by 15. You couldn't be the Monday, the obession Tuesday, Nina, and also why you be. Now they are way a proper company, grooming for head to toe, Pabwa, a show from Nina, or the Bema, perfect man. And I said, Branomo, and Pumps, and Emma Wina, and man, perfect man. Ewo, Accra, 2 frail, one number now. They'll just take your measurement, sew the thing, and send it to you. Number is 0244 147212. 0244147212. Perfect man. Grooming muhine. Grooming captain. Prof, I said men can also would intro when you
no, and I make say constitution be allow cry no. Nka Bawumia without a running mate, we won the 2024 elections. Running mates are mere decorations on the presidential ticket. But some people are saying Ashanti. But I would suggest he pick somebody from Greater Accra region to show, sir, now the party is reaching out to minority areas. It's not only Ashanti. Look, Rollins, Nkrumah came from the Western region, identified himself with Greater Accra. He contested there at Accra Central. Yes, one until he was kicked out of office. So once the people accept you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, the people will still follow you. Right now, the energy I saw in the elephant last Saturday convinced me that the elephant is really, really alive. If he goes for somebody from Ashanti region, that's fine. But I will recommend to him to take Greater Accra. And then
Henry Cotti and now why not Greater Accra region?
Canadians up to him. And then he can convince Ashanti, their base, to accept it. Because we are
Ashanti is only one of the areas NPP struggle power. Prof. Ashanti, if you look at 2020 election, Greater Accra region, one of the places are buying struggle.
Yes, and Americano. Any population is here thick. It is what to make a convince Ashanti. No pick up running away from Greater. Oh, hallelujah.
Yo.
People will
but
sing.
That's a question now. Elikem can say, we'll say, or more NDC 4% to question, or say, oh boy.
No, yam person bokon. Monfa mahodin yinamra.
Never know more, or say, NDC 4% to question NPP, more no see an old boy. They are not happy, say, and to question NPP because they need a strong opposition so that they can beat them squarely.
You want a weak opposition, one per strong one. But I told him, say, NPP, so no matter what Sanya Solomon Kayan, ye da from Kurano, near almost so woman nine. Oh, Ben of Tona, Chadwa Babo, Nube.
How do you only NDC Muntia? Then I who's NDC 4% almost a weak opposition. How did you know?
Well, send on face number call because to see an almost 3 points from some would watch now be whom I waited a cockra. A cock, Mama, a bedi Bawumia. Now, and this is for me, non for no be friends. So, where the umber higher the answer. So, you bet how on some butt right because young up for man.
Bawumia win no crown. I'm a NDC lead, you know, I shrink it.
Yes, now, sure. Ghana, Pawana, Kabati, a bit Canada, Japan. Catch me.
Are you serious?
Catch me. Mama,
you really serious?
Me a bit Canada. Canada, Ghana, why ever to me a bit, you know.
And
I'm on for Ginatum. Near Bedinachi, I'm on the promised land, no.
Okay.
No, but are we really serious? Like, Prof, are you serious? Like, you are talking about
absolutely.
Did you hear? I feel and again, let's get very real. Did you see almost every real NPP person, like people top of the crop? Did you see the statement that they made? Even did you hear my majority leader? Or say, I am shocked for Kennedy to get
the numbers.
Yes. Are you serious? How can you be thinking, sir? How can you think that Kennedy Japan will win a presidential election in Ghana? Like, are you serious? Like nobody gave Kennedy Japan even 20 to pass to, like even 10% for God's sake. If you people have real
no. Well,
okay, Kingsley, where you know system no echo of
Kennedy did very well. Kennedy did, and that was for his recognition, for his contribution towards the party. And I was very happy that he didn't get the 10 or 15% people were saying. You know,
Prof.
He got some.
On it. Your point is made. Nicholas. Okay, so final comment. We are better to make you home.
My final comment. Now, so advert yesterday a club. Every is also one plus a star. I'm a day double advert now. You know.
Yeah, be send me. I didn't have trauma. Me now. On say you know. I don't say you name me. I say star hash intimate and yeah.
Next time.
But say two. We don't separate young crowd. See be there.
Two. If you are on a more serious note, 2024 election. Mempa Bon said on your campaign on issues, and there should be some improvement in our body politic. You move away from individual attacks and come to address the teaching problems Ghanaian CFAs, so that going forward, a man will benefit from politicians more than politicians benefiting from the states.
Okay. So no, I didn't know about say based on issues because I had 10 years idea and gonna. So I can Prof. Where is it? Are you serious? What is it? Hey, I just say politician. By the end of the day, one can say In all this thing, you have a solution. Munkai, Nico, good evening.
What?
Then I okay.
I'm in charge. Let me start.
Pay your voice, Kakama, me as I know voice come from.
Yo, I'm charge for the phone. And also, let me start by saying that NDC and NPP, with this system now, we're going to OBM, ABBA, but Ghana for us and one so let's go by it. Now, the way NDC for the Casa with confidence, I say, Bawumia and Omoka, we are if we are going by that hour, and you're more the mama, baby. Omuni misema mama aka want to nyanye. Misema mama waka wagana hawa wanye. So don't forget to say Bawumia no ye liar. Omu nyina ye the same. So wo kakura po a Bawumia can even defend himself than Mahama. Mahama there you have been there before. We your boss. Bawumia had never been a president. Bawumia is just a vice president. Enti Bawumia eso jesi bibi man the boss no am far. There na Bawumia no be. Mahama was a president. No. On me catch the Ghana for say Bia Mama of 2012 to 2016 or the new blueprint to be back. Now on me catch the Ghana for say this time around here. This is what I'm coming to do. No munya I say Bawumia can we 1 year. Now Mama and some more kaya 1 year. Can say can or mubenya baby. Kofa and 2012 Mama. Mama ono ananu masem ade a Mahama de bɔ ne ho safo hene no Mahama ka kire sɛ ɛyɛ mediocre ono ade o de bɔ ne ho safo hene na na nti o se abedi president no o se wo yes ade na wo exercise in mediocre enye ono ne kai
which that there
Mahama say infrastructure and masi we my kwan we no wo yes wo exercise in mediocrity on the kai and then we infrastructure free wa Mahama there no better. And your mama na class will be 50 senior high school in a year. The whole in 4 years, and upon what is it?
So OCB.
Saying.
They are completely the last time I checked in 25, they were
25 out of 200. And it's a good for the banner because obey one factory, obey one village, one dam, obey free education. No, I free education. Now I know compared to Mama, the 50 schools, you know, we see 200 out of 23. No, why not qualify? Bawumia hasn't been a president. But I mean, on my dick, or more me and one this union people. No, or when you're ready to put on Ghana. But Namifa we end it. May I dear Bakwa manage to say, maybe Bawumia, so about obey me, or money ye kakra. Yes, I dig it, I know, or digitize the system.
Okay.
And no any Mama because Ghana card for 8 years or more 1 year. NDC believe in manual system. Manual system, yeah, the chrono. Every system I am manual, chrono. So the NDC don't believe in saying digitizing system. Data they capture me away. They don't believe in it. And with this manual system, I edit Ghana for nothing. Okay. We cannot achieve anything. This is where Bawumia Bekachro said he would choose Ghana card over interchange because he knew that with Ghana card, you know. Ubetimia digitizing system no a capture ubia or tax net massive.
Okay.
Moreover, no ubetim swa control corruption kakra with digital system. There is no country where Europe or develop or the manual system na yeduma. Say at Krumu uni mobi data ni baby or tini baby or that. How are you controlling them?
Nico, Mami now say. What good evening.
Stefia Mechao.
Yeah, Mejoso.
Stefia, they can mabo a NPP abaso. They've done well. No masia bo a compra abaso. What say yes, a NPP mono. Say even or government to crana uni authority or obiaso. Wama NPP first nani awo a Alan Chamatin fashion a Kufado fashion. They say near master sound. Nti wama or empaying so this is the time I was almost sit here because I compra kono no do me na me pese a Bawumia winning all right, but I compra kono the team. They've done marvelously well. I'll say praise one more idea. They've done well. Omama Ghana a NPP mono. Omwa say yes. no matter who you are, untimi ka obi untimi ka obi anhye obi atimi kire na adwen. Steph ya mi komanim no any man or bekasa no Elikem. I think say only facts. I say Bawumia only constituency. But ne ho ya me wan kakra because o hwe Bawumia last election year no o hwe north o hwe vote Nana Dumunya na o hwe seat na NDC wa omutimi ba gi omutimi nya 16 seats e wo north untimi nkase Bawumia ni o Ghana because untimi fa Bawumia compare Electoral Martin because Electoral Martin at the end of the day no o share though Ashanti region na wo but Electoral Martin even quiet to aba Ashanti region ho na no na sena no onya but Bawumia abaya etuye.
I think the point I know can also one ka Bawumia or say Bawumia ne spiogad or this spiogad brakra say Ose Mahama why empty that the constituency.
I know Sandy Bawumia kan ho me boa. And I make sure say o kan say wrong only fact because we share even we share abaya etuye ya. We share ni krom ho na onya asan ho. The percentage say no onya 100%. You see sir owo baby a ofi. Enti anu de untimi fa no nya issue. Ya to abano hwede onya hwed percentage a onya ye no ano kura di adanse ye say do no owo baby a ofi na to wo hwe ye bre ya obekasa ye no wa make a lot of sense because unsa ubisa ne say dia na Mahama promise ya 1 year Steph ya okay say o kan so on be Hope City or promising Hope City ama ya de akwaya obonyum wo America eba Ghana benum vi esika 1 million esika 1 million Hope City project Mahama they promise it.
I remember said there was a promise be like that. It was supposed to fund it. It was
Hope
a housing
City,
project.
no, it's not about but they launch it. Ghana na mirror fie bia obi ba ni pa bebo Ghana di Chris Brown ba Ghana. Chris Brown ba Ghana obeji Ghana 1 million $1 million but no we eduku Ghana for so Mahama ntimi and deliver so you ntimi for Mahama and compare Bawumia
okay yo
and I driver car no Bawumia na oyo man pay or vice no your vice nti yo more anti Yabra George mecha o moya de yeah, my juma pa. My juma.
Okay. All right.
Japan unity na ya can a genuine.
Well, yeah, I mentioned was. Well, actually, meaning say, meeting because the also here.
But the boss is stage so kind, not so man.
If you ever say, actually. Ombe meeting ojas here because when him a numbers na cry no so doso and even cry no enu anenne baby na adwuma kɔ no ya frɛfrɛ bayi bebre kwa ene omodi nkomo ame ehu se nipa ne pi kwa anto aba amfa ma ye because sika coordinators na this come more so money channel. Omanye.
Coordinators need this cano.
I'm telling you, if you the way you bussy fumo. Me say, what if you right? Bon. Nipa.
Bon, any bomb until the end.
Okay, bon, Nangasa, Tamadiano. If you Nipa ye in charge of ye Accra, ye a coordination. Pon Kwasika offer 55,800. It's a kind of deal. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Now, this is the cycle, a course throughout the whole of Ghana. It's yellow, yenimuse. Se crack and crofona, ye did you be share almost ano. Se komu ye and send ye son and komu ya. and KBA, there was going to be a difference in a manner. Still, we see ourselves there. We are a force to reckon with. What just here? Eti more no more kon meeting not to casa because yen tin kodai the see no yen shall see a young wojuma. But at the same time as well,
I'm supporting Bawumia said, yeah, my boss, Canada, Japan, Canada, I say,
Ceciano, a china meeting outcome, no, and ye be the echo. I was say, Ken, many that or no any swan here, or catch there, Ghana for money, Pablo, Etua, Abanaman. And also, a multi money say, so money you made ye be cry, Amana, crana, yen pay any interference, interruptions, be what I here. Because ye no, at the ye no kuma so say, I was here to me develop Ghana, and more obibia or mine will be our tunnel.
Okay.
And ye know that ye no any so. It's almost me, I am my idea, anyhow.
Okay. I am call Unia Bema, so but before that, I say, what can I say, Mun Chesico? That's a coordinate about to me because say, yeah, that is it.
That be, no, if you hold on. Sikana ye the man no na ye enko for a transportation. TNT because if you move free hinterlands and I buy what just here nipo to the baby na person o metwaba. Enti ontimi ma no keska e ma America. What just here enti ye de na enye oh if you when you phone Greater Accra Colony 80 and which means there are other areas in Accra why the same thing near catching say office camera because air chrono and will be across Ghana or yes sir we know them so we are going to start to mention names
okay yo George
it's me that's it.
Mami na wasi baby. Say akoya asem Kennedy Japan ko for yedi o musika. Kwame, good evening.
Good evening, Sefia.
Bajo, what's happening?
Bajo Kasefika so I made last Wednesday.
Last friend, yeah, I told you so I needed you. What do you think?
Sefia, me ra ho de Saturday they meant to me and I did come to me and didn't mean die. Me ra ho ya papa. Na ye pleading ya ni senka delegate bet me hu ye mo bona kodi. Omo the mantle na makede Japan na kodi akobo shatas no so unfortunately it didn't happen. Sister no there but aban the anya there beto NPP will definitely go to position. If you Kennedy well on my policy bebre say ko be nyama bebre. One thing na many chi hu pa me yeah where me rooting for Kennedy and then other friends rooting for Kennedy was loan system in Ghana. If you look the Ghana happen ye loan or have more interest rate here 40%. Aside that, Ghana has to pay na to mean loan and start business. And the second one, Ghana have pay loan. There is a bank company or Ghana have one a man loan. So my loan in the Monday way or this best loan in the Monday. Following Monday, which is next week Monday, you start paying.
Okay, Ghana have individual bankers, and but more boss Canada Japan so the idea is in Bawumia say obe campaign tirelessly.
Emfa abani tuna yantu emfa. Let's forget about it. Bawumia emfa. Me, I've told you I'm 33 years. I voted for only one. My vision is to Kennedy and Brandon and Misanto about for the second time. But me too, I won't vote. Both NDC and NPP. Omumbuai you to. Is if you emfa. Bawumia Kennedy.
Mama crash bano kase de obeye ya no so emfa ma.
Emfa enye. Edem pano mabeya mayen. What are they doing? What they panel NDC and NPP mabeya mo mind be my. Mama dem pana ataka wo for a whole movie.
Okay.
Bawumia if me mammo analogy be we ever say me for boss Father Dexon and your boss Kennedy Asante Dinechi. Na say Father Dexon had mismanage despite media ye no do Dinechi driver mate. Them confirm it.
Okay. Okay,
We need a third force. A third force we need. If Kennedy can go to independence, maybe it's going to be a kingmaker. And no move
okay. You. Kwame,
we
Kwame,
need
Kwame say only the uncle. Kwame, they were judge to say. I know what kind of we need a solution. They are not getting the solution. What Faima? Good evening.
Good evening.
Patrick, you.
Okay. Yeah, me mom they make and say.
After all, the
Yeah,
man.
the Jamia say bibia aba we can. Now, I'm happy say now MPP party party party.
I'm saying why now you know a breaky voice. I don't know.
Okay. So the last na me can. Ini kwa say MPP only a can. It has to cut across. Now it's done. And the reason why Bawumia be penalized is we need power when the things get difficult, it brings solution.
Okay.
Man who say good for oil. So we share digital semi can sometimes we bo mutia buche mi wanu omu kasetia. And everyone was say utia buche has any can digital. Same now who so yet as digital any. Sometimes anyway will be a enko. The guy say Bawumia Church of Pentecost. Okoka say electricity Ghana. Sky mutuya every 1 year. Now the country is growing. They are still paid the same. But now through digital, you know it's 4,000 per month. Now because of true digital, it should cost 1,100. Now we check out and say digital no as soon as now you need to create MIA. It is for Bawumia and Muhammad dear. So you say they cannot create part dear. No creating your meaning. I was say
okay.
Yeah, they meet me.
You, what I my that's baby or say Bawumia no any choice. What for Kwame, good evening.
Good evening, Auntie. I was saying.
Adumo, but also Brian, I'm so about to park my wife because safety first. Into parking, I'm connected to this. Yeah. But what do you think about MPP for primaries? No?
Yo, ni American say, ye de nyame ase bebre say, omutimi aboabo am ho no mato aba no no mo yi Dr. Bawumia. Me de ni hu ni say ebeboa Ghana for bebre. If you say MPP for ba aban mu a, omoye enema eboa ema ye ni wiase nyina akoye anim. Europe hay digital no ko nanim a eboa wo akwan bebre so. Nia uye bia eno a na ekoso sese nti mi de mi hu se MPP for abomoden o mo ato aba no ken wa bo ne hu modern bebre asha se na ka ba bia
United no o jiri se be ye yampa
o United ndi na strategy mi de sa na mi hu no se o mo ye niema okokwa mu a wo mo eka efi asem na emum akonwa na toye nti no ne course ni nyina de se ne ka ne no ankasa ba a otaka se yemfa ne asie nyina nto akire no me de mitimu se ade a ebeboa pa ma oman no atimi akọ nanim ne Bawumia eni animu no ebeboa MPP so
okay
ema northfo no ene southfo no ye nyina yaka bom ama yebu oman no ana se oman no atimi akọ nanim nti no yeda omu nyina ase yeda won so ase o gbo adwuma pa nyame nhira o
yeda ase wo fa Kwame yeda ase bebe Yakubu nsha so frɛ Orlando Mpacho, good evening.
Good evening.
Yenti also will be to say Adoma kwa also
Nyamiadum media dia meba beka wo ha ne no ya de bia me hu se ye man na ye wo mu no ye beko yinim na ache papa reason ti make sa ni say like politicians mutina ho obi timika say me ye che 400 me nye bi ye che 300 me nye bi intini nkoto aba na sister Fia mimi kromu aya mi we Canada ha mi we Yanchesikansi akotuaba. You share ideas, you share omino, dear omine ko, any bebia, nipano oba or dear bebquacodu, and sana ya tuaba. But say Ghana, obie pre say, ye money sikansa wakotuaba. Sister, and yeah, we have a long way to go. Seriously, you will long way to go. Mimitra, Tema. Oh, ain't ama see a politicians no omuba omu hodi like omu discan omu pakis can go on him say election time dua obetua.
Okay.
Obetua. Ama ya to abama no. Say ye ne sanso dia Ghana yenko ye nimu da. Yenko ye nimu da. Just say yen penny for me who say education will form.
Okay.
Education will form pow. Kennedy Japan. Oye Bema, sa akumpre kuni ya detu no. Oye Bema, sister, so be it me jina won one party media ni na ni neku. Nkofo bebre ni neku obia sorry on one party mu nipa wa bo mu kra against no. Ni ya to abama otumi nya 30 onya saying 38 to 39 point something 37 now also who says any power or you dangerous papa ni Bema papa.
Okay.
Now me who say Ghana there. Yen ko yenim da. Ya beka one place na. Youth ninya sika omunya chance omuntu kwan. Omumbe bobra. Canada ye biem, America biem obia nya word mbrebi. Enye sampenifo ne there. Ombe ye say sa ne enja oman.
You to Kroya so na kwaji sika no. Okay, you to Kroya na kwaji sika no but they don't vote on issues. I don't know ya can na no double no bi ehun. Ya so ne kwaji sika no ya kwaji unim say issues o ogata nye unsuo ni ba ya kwaji sika. They are demanding. Obani nana mbacho mama ajo.
Yo, mama Johnson na ho te den.
Adum.
Da Yehowa se. Me tati u pa na me di wachi nso ache.
Me dasia.
Kakra me pese me kan se eye Ghana ha. Okwan a edu abato a ya nam so no. Enye kama. Se onwene wo manfo ho. Na mum sika na uje. Se uje sika ansa na wakwa akoto aba. Na me ye delegate pa NPP delegate. Ina wo pija minti ija sa dwumade ne de to. But me hwe nipa abekasa nyina ya obi eni ho kan adwuma sem. Mpanyin a wofre won a wokan nyina obi eni ho kan adwuma sem. Mmerante ne mmebare su erepre adwuma. Epre nkanko. Oyi sese se wo bewi nipa wana akeke. Ni abai hwe eye mpanyin a ewo MPP mu nyina kodi obakofo achi. Nti se ne yewura Kennedy begina no obekasi unity ya me no mesua de kakra enya de be ya adwuma nti se wo biribi asese wo frɛ papa na wona ne ka won frɛ na wona ne nka na yes apa de opposition ne de MPP ko because nipa bebre buafu nipa bebre benti na wawo ma na mma na wawo no udo bi sin obi ko fa asem ba fie dia udi na achi na so obi ede bade a na utia no wo yesa na wo hye na nibre abo won so de ne nibre na eka nti party na wo yeye no bo ma yen hwe na me eye se ye dwene Ghana nka no Ghana first na sa wo se wo be dwene party nka dia na che se bribia no Ghana no ye beti a na ye beti o ye be jeska sa nso oman no ye ntimi nkoye ngani da nti mesere mpanyemfo na ye wo MPP mu no ye nwene enye MPP ni ayi senku oman ni nyina ye nwene oman na ho ansa ye nananom abeye bio esese ye nso ye beye bi ye de tu aso edume nso me ne wo so se ye nso ye bi de tu aso nti mesere mpanyin se nia sikatua na ye kɔ ne ade no wo ma ye nwene oman na ho nkan afu ameda wase
nana me yakopon sha me da se bebre se wo so wakasa ama me bra Michael, good evening.
Yeah, Emily, Sister Fia.
Yentio.
Yo, Sister Fia, first of all, met that NPP for us, say, I'm call about to get BNC, be a so peaceful. You bet bomb about so. And about me, also, Say kase obi aye juma wo political party mu a me tu chema Bawumia. What say waye juma pa. This is what Allah supposed to learn. This is what Allah supposed to do. Cause Bawumia you man the chance, you know, why utilize the chance, you know, why ye juma mene, why be leader or NPP. Why are they? If you are,
Na Ken
Ken, if you are me Ken juma down. Me Ken juma 101. Asama boy, me na juma 101. I know Ken very well. Ken do show ma, we dey me papa, o show ma. But say Ken won. Inko nim say inko obabe contesting for presidential way here. Inka wa allow no to be used as a scapegoat in NPP. Wa allow no to be used as a scapegoat in NPP. Anta me kasa. If you Ghana won issues be Ghana politicians they know but amunka because of vote you know amunka. But can allow himself to be used as a scapegoat. They be now in the can all the issue. In the partner who say you do be do anymore. People will go against you personal, and your partner they will go against you personal. And the black go deep Bawumia 18. Who said now lose you know? Ni video be a muna only on my yeah, we put a number video na pay. Oh soon. Oh said how many video do? That is zero. That's politics. That's politics. Oh, me di wienu efia. Efia me di wienu. Mestre Ken supporters. Mundo MBC Ken o. Ken wo owo our business wo Ghana o. And then we become position. I don't know. Na so be rough. Na so basi intimate sabuka supporters muma kaya humbo why the NG party insio me that say fear
that's Bra Michael that's baby Bra Jude good evening.
Good evening, Sister Fia. I hope to be able to there. Before I say, I'm person make say weekend dinner on me make a trainer for me who's an mobile life.
Actually, your old pictures.
Old pictures. Okay. And I want to not that correct.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And see, Kakram person me kind of say, yeah, but NPP for Abaso. On more elections, congratulations to Dr. Bawumia. Said, obviously, then they expect to say, obey winning or we winning. Yeah, bought your papa compare with Japan, so Abaso pa said, why are there? Watch it, ne Bobby a party. Kakram Bezame kind of said, election ya kumi. I think they call for episode more yena or more than in a two horse race. This election, like I keep saying, is not between MPP and NDC. Even before Salan Chamatin be free racing, they be a 2024 election was a Ghana for yena. An election about the personalities. Remember, he said Ghana runs an executive presidency. And the person that you put at the helm of affairs matters.
Okay.
Until say me call round na me be san call for say so fast ani patri. Me sure say Steph ya Caribbean can be sawanka. Ebianka also be me the same answer but a higher public ebia or for once about fast personalities. That's all compare or more private track record or more public track record. Young fan say nipa miensa na contested. Alan Martin, John Mahama, and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Now who ye parties na free one. Why pa na what's the Ghana shenansa? Na a Juma and nay infidi Juma a kwayen sema de bia yekano. Why pa na bit me and move Ghana to the steps and yes ye change keke by year transform. So the Ireland it's not just change that we need. We need transformation. And the Bezame culture union say election near Yekoi. Yen independent vision, yen independent integrity, yen independent competence, yen independent action. Na yen fantoaba, ni yen jais as yen MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC. Midi we no minya bika assembly. Also ten be a Ghana. You say that Ben Yebefa and Toma Perfra. The Ben a Ghana Bepa fan and Toma Perfra. This is the time I Ghana be fan into my perfra. And Tomana was a Ghana fafra and one GTPR Alan Kojoche Martin, a day to enemy. Enti may encourage you, I said, let's forget about the political parties. Me obien who ye MPP, a chairman. But this at this point in time, no, it should not be about MPP and DC. Let's look at the characters of the personalities that we are putting in charge. And if we are looking at that, Alan John Kojoche Martin is the man that Ghana needs at this point in time to form the unity government. I bet him transform Ghana. Na a mabnebre ye hianjuma or say Ghana transform digitano but ye here industrialization ye here in Juma. Me that's a opportunity.
That's baby Joel. Enana, Brian, good evening.
Good evening, if you're an Pumboko dear.
Adumo also.
And Uncle Padumboko. We didn't come here before they not between and I'm ready. My mom is my Umboko.
Yeah.
Okay. Either Uncle Paz is a Mabia question, Pimna. I bought on a cookie na the mechanism say maybe DM for her kakra for say as a day. Omu idea ni nyina because da omu to abano NPP your head of so interview am tie ni nyina chese omu mu na so omu adi titiwa ni say ye be break record your mama set my yen
more than say be
yes your mama set record say see enti omu puchinchina o say break sa your mama record no enti akwa say ye ya ade amana so your mama ni but nye nya ade e be boa Ghana mpanyinfo na ade ni nyina no eno nti no mu nyina kokota ba ko echi senke eno obi ka say no senka Alan Chamatin eye de oye se de Bawumia yi Alan enya sa support we ya anka na na media president
okay
yes sa support we ya Bawumia obi a mu nyina de support we ekota na echi no eno krampo still omutirimu no omalusu because so when self support we nyina na went to 70% na 1,000 etima break we say ya omutimo say omalusu ntina tama na no bejina ha o speech no o se aba emu be den 2024 mu be den nto mu hia ken me mu de say pa de bring de nge hia third force
okay
if pa ye nya third force wa because yenim yes
okay
ena ken no mo se man kazi padi asem na ken ebeka because ni pay mo se nenum kasanye ena ogu padi se pa no ebeye den se ken bit ma bigina platform so campaign for Bawumia na bibi ebeye den timi dem susu se ken wa ya de third force den ki hia ada se onko kan lan ho na sa industry we say no industrial revolution ni mra
no muntu menya yo
oba mama na because him there nya the boy
yo
yeah
oba mama asi bebe no so wadwen kira ode ama busia fa na me ka mbio say this way chocolate drink do you hear any issue share o koda de anu atwa ba kwa sa na wakwa koda very good for your health obe sorry no nya the needed energy no perfect man so mema na mo ba so pa mo so ma hu siesie free so kosi from there they say perfect man no mu kuta mema ntare ne ade de wedding party baby abronye baby na otale mu je say what the vim and our day airtime na be so there edwan club they say we betwa my bet no me ade de mpacho fakoto club here na hwe crown cock no because 10,000 wo na jo ade ko bet ne de we betwa ansa na bia wenya 20 Ghana kra no so enye easy sa edwan mpacho mama good evening akwa ba yenti o
good evening sir yeah
good evening
Mr. Akama can say did can about honorable Kenabaso because adwuma wa ya ni team adwuma ya ma ya adwuma kese papa especially ni team no ma ya de ono ane bra raf Japan abon ho modern pa afisa sanche we do o mu disappoint ka krabat o mi say o ma ya de ban tamani ya imusa abo cha region central region in fact o ma ya de na me ka me kan say Ken say si ano e short chance kakra na ohwe na chi na on ni team o mo chance na o ma assess nyama e course nyina because me hope say 2028 in there definitely obeba na mom no he said the only sense so or this sika bia kokoshe NPP team for now because who this ka kwehye mu a nkofo no mo an be say yiwama because omo yiwama all the MPs ni yi na yiwama even when another statement how ma ye wo friend say na you know MPP win Saturday no completely which means say nanado e ka say do no person o achieve no o achieve ba ko wi because o ka person na Bawumia eba ti Bawumia no person ba na and we achieve wi no because na ye ka say manfo ye ka say ni group ni na nanado ka say all the government appointees ni MC DCs ni na or support of this any me who say am nanado sa no company Emma Bawumia because the statement we make here no it shows clearly shows say this is what he said.
Okay.
See and can on say now on make sure say on first ka bian ko ni on ko campaign bia ma any MP bia bi on transfer say be ya on ko ka honorable I no alert matter yeah because he say you for now down in na still na we still support him so the person they will be on need to be yeah support no but if I say NPP na this year NPP na mo call opposition no mo ko translate mo shi nya za kakra because no mo ya air time.
Okay. Also, MPP one ko opposition no munsua nyansa because the omo ye ne de enye ayi. O fa mbato o de say udi no.
With the Elvis Victor.
Rivals mbato ye ntie we.
Abi ne ba mpacho na mo adwo.
Rare ka ha me hu se wa park nti me ba so
Na mo adi adwuma pa wo ye.
Yeah, that's it.
Ma di wo chi ache from adum on Captain Smart no. Ye ko bru nya ma di wo chi ache pa.
Ani me de waso daka.
So the was had to program why are the minister of na menka do bia and say na me hia say asundwe ba because about no moto na tension here dey e wo mudodo na ye de nyankopon ase say bibia kotete do hwa ba so principle bia bodo ho modi ama asundwe aba eno na me hia na ade ba ko a ha me kakra ya say Canada Japan and womunya wine no eno na me ache madwene kakra why musi Canada okasa Canada we the paboni ni Canada wonya presidential material mark kan say me brebe dey fa no ho etebede no odiboy ni otini ni betima yedwuma dey abu and ni me problem abaya dai do bi oyo otini ni and odiboy ni betima yedwuma dey abu bia because na ku fadu kura akwa ofa so o ka fe dey odi Canada Japan kura obu ndi kwa ni ngudeti no edi na baaye
nobody dey rate me finish
now ya video ni bibi ni aba se nye e France ya video ne ye live na do ebo Canada afi na no fonfon Europe ka Canada e se Bawumia na ni do wonu no ono ana to say ni focus ya dey wonu ho ye je police sa what ya say obunya yo ma ibi so odukwa na anka wo panu a anka de su bi di emi hu se wo support no na mom na be so om na de na mom ha dey ha you but je no na do ye en say kese Canada Japan kura de aso ni hwe ye dey enye fine what ya say eti ye ye bom pa ye say enka bom na se de be ya enka bom be ba no mo se mo amaka ni ha wo kunsu no ensem a obaka fa Canada Japan ho no akwa ba na mi ni aba obetimi ni Canada Japan dey aba
enti mo de unity no mo nsa da ntwe ma unity ni sa
me da anka bi fo mu dia Canada Japan o ti ase na mom ye sisi ye na me de for say ba ye dai asumbusa na me de bibusa politics enyama yu yet sisi wo mu enti say o timbe ni wo mu ka bomu a ebe bo because o party member but and some mu ka fa no ho no enti na wo ye politics a no wa hwe wo nsam a wo ka dey ye because e dey be bi no I should be now be here pa no say second Japan ye dey ya nya hwe ko so nya 37% it was odom sama nya Canada ba bi wo ho no mo so mo ho ba kire mo say second Japan na nam sama mu ka fa no ho no akwa abai na mo fa so ko fie akona kakasa and na material radio so much say eni mpani bia ko ni fi akopare chaw ya ko mu su say yes o ni ade kale ja o ma ya dey edim eti ani mu de o beja o ka basa to say national security and be fa ni mi dey e ko ja brafo so da kale Japan ko onye den konko eti de mu da no obi asu ja dan say kai sika wa say no ahoden ekuti juma bia wo NPP bia wo na e dey eye ade na wi ye die eti ye die ye bom pa say kai betias de sabe o betias ye no e gana for da sempa ti bi ni aba money aduma manu asem ani mi da wase
yeah that's baby chese ken go for no mo kuma nto mo yem sa ya good evening
Tia ya kuma nto yem sa kra cause send ya nema call ye no how can obi a oni message etimi ba ese wo ko pagema wo ko resume kra wan fa bi amba now obi the resume obi a very qualified mumi enuko mu wie ya yese de wan fa resume amba ono ne edi adwuma ama no wa adwunu be dwene ho se Bawumia one message biamba. Yes, I mean he's a nice person, but a bad messenger because yemfa good to see you and it's boomer. Yeah, or policies, and not just policy alone, but nipa chrono or track record. 2016, yema Kenya, because now based on nyema we thought say, oh yes, good. Oba who track record or track record, so it's nothing to write home about. Inti, as I say, no crowd in Kiyinedi, but a man for the Sikani machination, inti, and an another environment, or me pushina us shoving it down our throats, which is fine. But drew the bigger population now Ghana for now, meaning say omundi disappointed.
Okay.
And this is coming from Obia. But
he worked tirelessly.
One say Ken or a man of principle, which is okay said a free and fair. Cause I didn't share that free and fair, sir, but untimi ubon say Obia abemame evidence, but sisi ambi na aka ne kokko to cry ni pakro usru intino enkusiaga. So on pesa only bekasa akwawe or per man so that already my branding is akwawe there on tia semase na sem kuntan your no, it was the right thing. Okay, more lusu the delegates Marco Giska more decided. What can I say? When I'm open now, we enye tokwa enye ukruma kunya no abekon ukruma kunya kra okwa ye chusu intino enye bia. And the second thing I'm pesemeka minya Jude Bekasa oka abono afafanto they say one na one try in na ebeko inti oh one try in na ebeko afafanto inti cause the thing is I mean it's about personality and message Bawumia message I mean obeka message was through ba cry man because no track record there's nothing to write home about. That's the issue. And also, no finesse, no abano moto, no mami who say tribalism it still exists. Cause
I know the Ghana baby are tribalism. I think
but me Bantima. And Kena deno so na me so many delegates edu come na me yes some submarine work you Bantima na. Ada etu abani wiye. Omo frame I how you do or say Chama, how you do like Obia who do onye. Oh, Debbie, may Bantima dear, I can vouch for them. You, I know the end of crab Bantima for one dear, I can vouch for.
People to
Bantima dear, I can vouch for. And yeah, yes, I mean, and American youth no cry, no beyond an argument correct. If you mark or Gigiska. Good for them. Omo dachi na omatono. Enti we omo bana kwa bre enye makwanya. Mu betimi abegina radio su kasa. Enti ana nanado. Enti mu have the guts to tell them say you can't threaten me. Cause after all, both no obeto free wo. Wato we are onu ni shake bi. And put you on there and mind of the say like we can't hold them accountable because adimu yatunto your votes. How can we demand?
Nana say any done deal, sir. We are can call for number for Phantom movement because they are still not happy. Joe, good evening.
Good evening.
So I'll pay you.
Sister Fear Patriot to say.
Adam also.
Yami Adam. At the last time, my follow watch since Adam FM. So we will say you are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. Just that I feel say your love for the country, I am obochia not as a balance name by kakra, but you are really
I know they're perfect. You may be perfect. No matter the way it's just the way human beings are. Yeah.
Hazards. Yeah. Kakra makes me I can say in fact I congratulate NPP for my idea may beginning na media beginning kura na missing ka Ken on corner on a prima and penifonshia normal can enye Bawumia vice because it doesn't to me morally and ethically to me who a year woman say obi or your whole vice na can't do or you're popular in Ghana na or no more be take you over a president na a Bawumia no official I find a any question.
No for your retirement.
You see, it doesn't not Mimi who's youth, the youth and yeah, around me, I'm afraid, you know, I mean, when some age group around 40s, getting to 50s, we have to understand. Young politics, as I say, and yet 8 years near the on my year, and yet 8 years. Adana Maker, we should take Rwanda. Rwanda, since your program, we did 23 years in power.
But your constitution is different from Rwanda.
Those countries now, all of a sudden, oh, you better to saw mono. Governance need different. China, one party state, into our agenda, and was the next succession government of a banana, president of a banana, they follow through. Yes, sir. What do you call it? United Kingdom, they have a monarchy. Also, because of Ejuma Kakra, me mommy background, but Tony Blair was forced to resign, and now your call war with Bush, or concrete evidence. Call war with Bush. Tony
Iraq
Blair,
war, I'm
yeah. I'm call war with US. I'm in Iraq. Tony Blair was forced to resign because they have a monarchy which is checking them. Ghana any Bibisa, Usha Saudi Arabia. They have
Ghana has a constitution and so you recognize them. Now you are monarchy ni behind your kofano. Ghana you ethnic groups any national monarchy.
Yes. No, me say inka yebetimi ahwe say chieftaincy here we. Since you say chieftaincy here leadership, right? Ghana
yeah, but no what in talk because we have a confused system.
It's true. For now,
but you are pushing the constitutional amendment.
Yes, we can do that. But for now, the system we have, the youth has to understand, say, they have to understand, say, and yeah, easy. Say, development within 8 years. So we need a continuity. Bawumia, Nyamia don't take you over. Mumbwana Bawumia and Timmy that continuity. And I know say a normal all these projects are the government. Nyamia do what me ashas here. Say Bawumia to me to us. Sani ya Kufuor. The same thing we did to Kufuor. Oh, NPP. NPP for people for you careful. Now I can say Bawumia no different. Share sister if you that last one.
Now I'm study near maybe the Alan I saw some pictures we made NUSC. The kind of masses the boys are well recruit to more supporters of more NPP one you have very serious issue coming up. Because more monetary yesterday not Joel and Jude never and no casa. After movement will shock because you don't know what he's doing on the ground. I say machinations or no. When you're careful. Brian, good evening. Barrick.
Good evening, Auntie. Michelle, chief phone na. What's my car? The Nyamias MPP. Me catch say omupa yepe asumje. The Nyamiadom omodi the weaker version of brain, which is very good. But see idea. The me can say in 3 weeks time, and the dear Kennedy because right now no say me more US but anyama yenya actually say and yet Kennedy not pay another call platform but look at how embarrassing but singing Kennedy Japan everyone is this thing that is ridiculous.
I'm singing then.
Say I Kennedy Japan everyone a master. Are you kidding me? See, this is sometimes we don't poke somebody's eye and you think that that person is not going to do anything. In 3 weeks' time, and 3 weeks' time, something in
3 weeks time,
in 3 weeks' time, no, there is something that is going to shift the Ghanaian politics all together. Just watch.
His boys is and I mean Bawumia there, he will make a statement, I think on 14th of November. Auntie, okay.
Auntie, if there's a mechanism here, yeah, then there's not. Yeah, just wait. In 3 weeks' time, you will hear what is going to happen in Ghana politics, because that is what we need. Because sometimes, right, me fan say me US, me will fear. Our friends say everybody is suffering. And so this come on, you maybe this can say we're enough, but what can I do? I have to do whatever I can. Oh, until you say argument in your so until your man, you do your mind. So anything we need, and I say we need a stronger opposition to face Mahama.
Okay.
So
3 weeks time, slow down, but will slow down. Why?
What
3 weeks time, and you're ready. There will be a showdown somewhere. Bravo, Ama. Good evening.
Good evening, Stephen. But what to say?
Adomozo.
Namyadom.
Also, him say showdown be beba na say.
Oh, show them be only baby. I mean, tip the kind kit will be about a nyomono. On says I nyomono. Kennedy cry or any campaign no bo. It's because we di woman no. It me who say embarrassment be because ni di woman Kennedy jump what as because on no akra the campaign no bo.
Yeah, me who the video be or this time now.
Yeah, and say be a disgrace be but my member me make home. One running mates no. NPP for some of the Jesus Christ. I you so no cry eka Bawumia will still lose. The reason being that Bawumia was the last okay, I may catch say it will be difficult for Ken to win. But Bawumia no someone then abano. A very bad choice for NPP. Because he said NDC for not started. They will let Chesney way they are starting playing or mobile. Right, so you say we name say no follow politics in Ghana. Kwacho Fusu Felix TV3. The way he's talking with conviction, what he say, like they have facts against Bawumia. Because as I now know, everybody is talking about the economy in Ghana. You understand? Ubia's economy no more, the economy no more. And Ubia's will say one ahead of the EMT. You understand? Over $5 3.7 or 3 point here. This is a could do. What I say. It's Bawumia, the Mimi who say, or more the way crab, it will be very but running mates will be any share. You understand? And then Papa back professor and say they want move break NPP for the front so now not Alan will NPP, you know, and this is a election dana.
Yeah. Okay.
It's no they now a non-starter. Another thing, so but last one, only NPP had the best chance to break the 8 with Ken. The reason being that also a previous caller be kind. Bawumia alpha message biamba, but Ken at least one cash crano or say or be industrialize agriculture meboa. Good. Into Nkamumu de mu free SHS by Munkola yi school ejuma no way. Nti ka Ken de ejuma na ba man fa de ya market e na moda kwa koma Bawumia. Me last one. Sisi
boama nyasa ofajari nye binka. Ofajari good evening. Mona mo ofajari so microphone mona mo ya Ken and Crawford. Say I don't know mo unity na to man I say mo bofu.
Oh, if you before be any baby, but unity need it. I think it will take a while. And then if they really want unity there, they really have to work hard.
Okay.
That's all I can say about that. Because if you are what label nipai with 10 sins of Canada, Japan. Most ne kasa anye onim kasa nipa. It you know ne unity na open no. Say no. Nipa boni ni otise no. More declares as 10 sins. So Oboni ni way, how can he mingle with a train for?
Oh, I know everyone. These things they are political machinations.
I understand. I fear.
That's why most of come we a bit here first about me. If you
let's face
know how kind about me, I bag in a make sure say a fine fake because none of boy need now. You better cement near to fake bag. The agent say original.
I fear. Say, who catch me say, can you put shoe or share a fake shoe?
And you know, on the below,
me ma who can send me na me you are. Say, more your politics now because oh, should be a shen or the campaign, yes. But who could more party more and near my why different party no. You turn around and wrote a whole article about it. Say, a bonny a why am a part. It is our bonnier now who they are tagging us all your bonnier. To the extent say,
any be an almost with their target about me, I'm a friend incompetent, and about me, I want to me winning about me, and someone can this if one was like, I'm more can for more about me.
I fear. Yeah, and to be no cause about me incompetent. Yes, say. Una abegina simply to say, Mama is incompetent. Now, if yeah, come on, not some more can yeah.
Yes, but and I'm not saying about me, I don't think if you know, you were saying it on NPP platform.
Exactly.
For you people to win against Mahama. It's more winning here.
What's the one Mama Samna? One Mama Samna. Who say he was saying it on NPP platform. Okay, Minister of Fighter my NPP. Okay, and no koda. Can a Japan some or can you almost target as a 10 scene? No, original NPP platforms no come on. It in a way he's also fighting for NPP. Okay. But so down now the catchers or none of your kind and 10 cents ne bonnie do Magransom Makuma do ne bonnie do a why party now. What are you trying to tell the man? It is a say Lutina also onimu kasa. Now open and wabe unity nanka MPCB ebeko a campaign na kwa general rally so akan. Assemble no the boy need to sell no come out. It is a say na eti Can Japan onim kasanti yemanako School of Languages or call for 1 year. Na yasia did not come up pope no akọ cleansing for the bonny away nyina. It no mom cry onyamai. Ken is going to take a time off to go to school to learn his 10
on your campaign be ama ba
one okoyaman how akumsi. I know okoyama no don pray. Afia emu ayaw. Papa, we are Yama.
Nanado, go for Bobby Tia Nanado say, as we did Oba, Bayer campaign. Oba 3 times and son of winning. So, I fear more supporters now more advising Canadian Japan so on off 1 year. Mom, Bawumia.
Now then, I'll come about Bawumia.
And did they say so? No can to be a candidate and one and one.
Oh, I'm a peco be uncle Treffy. Can you go
abroach and move yes, and abroach? I fear. In fact, one broaching because a magic can see you. George Bertrand.
Obian, you see, Ghana for broaching Ben. I just said,
can't support the imagine.
I said, coordinator say, what Ghana? No, and I
will say Obian.
No, me. Nasa na do call your man penny. Okojina okay FM o say ka say kwabre for ompo mo to omo pe omunyai. E so no hiom kokromoti.
Yes, but me patch say only don cast obi where they can coordinators, more the can sika. Don't you think, sir, delegates also feel say between Ken and Bawumia? Bawumia is clean enough for them. And no matter what, why don't you people want to contemplate or even accept the thinking that ebi ana Bawumia to go for pen genuinely no matter what?
Bawumia ain't for genuinely a pen. Incumbent vice president now 62%. Now you pay no. Kremama eko contest unya 98%. Overwhelmingly, it's in a basana only competition. Now say your vice president now unya 62%. Now o competitor nya 37.4%. If you are not pay on penny, you're losing. Say and once they can't jubilate. Ghana, say, I'm no case, Super Ghana, no one can crunch. A cronma ye din, as a saman poom. Nobody is happy. because they know what is coming. There's no way, me NPP, Nefi, I'm not going to deny it, but there's no way Bawumia can face Mama. A fact. Ubeka, they will find a way to polish it, nobody won't mind.
It didn't just on to me facing a campaign, so also as Ken support our own young man.
Oh, me that's the same way front. I fear, oh, my mom is I'm going for full force for now at the end of the year, Alan Manekoye. Ebianom de aye Ken. It Ken they say Ken is going to bilingual school.
Ken wako contest we lose nti emu de enom de ye no.
Contest we lose. Now lose. Ken will never say Obejina platform so can say everything is free and fair. Can you imagine say send a supporters on buafun say Ken can say on Tiasia. Unmunyeman ke be Ghana that stadium no.
I know they
for him to come out and say everything is free and fair, that tells you how peaceful he is.
Okay, but me busa side because 37 na munya no kwan for say can vote nkoye afafranto de Alan vote ka ho na onya.
That is 18 years na ye koboa no. It do aboa me anya 37 dia. Yesu koboa na mo anya 50 plus 1. If you are simple.
Say
Omati asiese afafranto na boa ma Kenya 37 dia. Say obi so koboa Alan and nobody should say a word. Say omo na aka. It say ye nyina de kokromoti koma afafranto. Meba. So I say ye nyina ya mobilize your one more thing. In a way, Ken is still the winner because 1,000 against machinery. Omu nyina from CEO, MCE, co-minini, including the executive president, parliamentarian legislature. Omu nyina who pine. Na say mukukuku ni nyina no.
A matter of choice say. President you when na no me bo yikufo video kasa no so choice. Nkofo akoto person be dey say legislature dey so choice.
I fear so what choice na what choose so. Den na mo wie no mo de national security na kofa ani fie ba platforms.
Sa na waka chem so mo de national security.
I fear I know. Me ade.
So me so me
me video this one now. I'll put it, I'll give it to you. Protocol na kofa ne ba Ken wasn't ready to come because Oman who says they said Oman Penny no he needs some protection and Oman ne buy mo buy na mo de na bejina platform say mo de mo ba mo nyum Ken opesa anyu no but don't provoke him so on your side Ken sorry side na bi adana adeni mo no bejina one can say omonsa. You see, these are some of the things they are very disrespectful. Onipa ya tuaba, fine, walusu, but you don't provoke him in public. National stage na afena, yeah, maybe I mean person me bo mudi akoko jina okochi eche and never akuko ni fi opamon. How is that?
You said you 10 year of say this thing and then
I fear, I don't care. Whether any yam na any yama, you afraid be peacemaker. Yeah, what camera speech and camera talk. What be jina oma be fanaba. Whether it's bad or wrong, he belongs to the party and on free. So what I say, it in can may be to provoke supporters. As a good leader, what he has to say is admit it, not just blame the man who say, you know what, everything is fair. Me person me supporter me do biasi. Oba muta me chi nyamishla munyina. Simple.
Okay.
Ben kojina kasa obia or the master obia. Even though he had ninyum, I fear. There's a way I met my catch was a fear. Oh yeah, excuse me, I fear you stupid. And I may walk saying a mekan of fear you are stupid. One sound very insulting, and one also sound very fun to say you dear bro. It you know, even though a ninyum or 2 year can't pay or just stage so this, but that's not the right time to play that song.
How do you have a point? Yeah,
that's an insult. What do you mean? Oh, you go side Nana be size neken. No be jans saka cry. Adena den mo be jina wa mbo nyuma no. Mo anga cha den mo so onsa. Akufa de be jina okasa mo ka so onsa. Bawumia be jina mo ka se Bawumia ansa. They don't respect the man. And this is what we are saying, sir. Ken, almost the vice president, the Brenner, to me, unrejected because one, he's going to have a trust issue. So say, okay, my vice president. That's it. Omukoye BB, that's okase ompenia. What is it going to happen? They're going to come against him. They don't like him. They were proving said they don't like the man. If I were him, me stay in my corner, stay in your policy. Obi coin campaign. Oh, good luck. Who we near waba. But yes, so you make yourself. Most of them, if you make some of them, or most of them will make sure they lose their seat. No man will send yet here. Say much here.
Oh yeah. It's more next agenda after Ken loss in his move MPs now. Oman supporting
you're lining MPs or mobile. And those are competent ones.
Okay. And therefore, Alan so to me we got 50 plus 1 endorsement.
Secret withdrawal. So Alan, you call Alan. What's going to happen is NPP omunya 50 plus 1. NDC in 50 plus 1. Alan then become the powerful man. He's become the kingmaker. Eti ehoni yebe hu say Alan so on faswa yebe say ni so ni faswa say ne be ya all corner. Obi ade announce ye untumi order Ashanti region muntiti ni posters into obeko awonko. Is that how you make a party as a regional chairman?
Okay.
Ube jina CPS ka say Ken Kasa annual board in Abemi Achi no. What the? Hey, who is this guy? Who untumi yachi Ken?
But Mammy now so Fajer, me where Japan can come from where Japan.
I fear it's so annoying because like a whole city in Ghana, a Ashanti region, academics fulcrum and India fulcrum. More no be a regional minister say, Obi onim ni ditra. A fear was take a crack good and mass. Who catch us over chicken?
But what him say? Oh dear, Wafajer, independent candidate being over 2% though.
Not Alan. They say it won't be Alan. Alan will pull surprise. Mark my word.
Okay.
Alan will pull surprise because they say no. All Ken supporters.
Okay.
18 plus or no kakrano. Kenya 37% to Evia. 18 2 no 2% and we're tremudada.
Okay. You.
That's all I'm saying.
37 of Momo voter population, not the whole nation.
Yeah, voter population 37 train. I've been all we need is kakra.
Okay, not landing.
Omontia say can't call bilingual school kusiakasa. Afe yasiama no owia na yedna koma pope no akọ cleansing no 10 cents no nyina free ho. Na mo ndade ba ko e dey count say we still gonna have a all white showdown party for Ken. New York. It may come. Yeah, I think who are you ready? Date ni nyama e ba metesto.
Okay. All white showdown party.
Still Ken.
Bro, yeah, not November, yeah.
I remember date the ba mema line. Why? We love Ken to death. Kwame akopreko, ye pewasem keke. Wa mom showdown. They say Jubilee House. Come December, January 2025, January 27th on the 7th, 2025. So white no Michelle Jubilee, na better than red and black. What mark my word? Bomb sama maye. Say no more dear abana the boat you yeah, the best ship banko. Yeah, the ever would be a passion that to cop power. They won't play.
What I know that I nana but I Bawumia can be boy. It won't sound same way or cana. How do you feel?
Steady.
Well, for Jerry, I can understand, maybe you feel bad, but I think, sir, election is not easy, right? You spend money, you spend resources, you spend time campaigning. So if you are defeated, I can see how people feel about it. But the American champion Papa Jerry didn't say, you said, can you win here? And can would the same logic reverse to can?
Oh, of course. I know can reverse that. If you
You see,
They don't like the man who said,
Yeah, your punches say they don't cast away we money at there now. I'm on penance. See, can we need and come back as about me and come back as a
Is that how
Oh
you play
no,
the party?
because the whole entire machinery is behind you.
No.
Because that's the way they are.
Wafa, even if it is behind him, Krana, would you have still needed his support if Ken had won?
If Ken won?
Yes.
Me what Ken? Me support to Ken.
No, my question is, I won't answer me. Second, you win here. With the outcome of Bawumia now, would you have still required Bawumia to support Babeka Ken?
Now, no, Kofi and support Ben or no, you win or no.
Wafa, you don't want to answer the question. So, what
message Ben fan or they can your message.
Yes.
He's been there for almost 8 years. He doesn't have a message.
The second question is can they win in the NPP and get face Endisha? Would you have required say we use the incumbency advantage in Abayamu to support Ken in that election?
That is up to them because they don't like it.
Up to them. This is reality. Don't prevaricate. This is reality. If Ken had won and we're going to the general election, will you say we should try away our incumbency advantage now in government and not use that to support Ken?
But let me tell you something. If Ken would have won, I know a lot of all the MPs. Who else? A lot of them, even to me, said it. Say Ken back. They will make sure they all go to opposition because they can never allow Ken to be their leader.
Well, it's not about them. It's about the delegate deciding. Some 4 or 5 people can make noise however they want. But at the end of the day, the delegate decide. That is what it will stand. So I don't want to take those comments.
What the delegate they decided and them delegates they didn't vote on their own conscience.
Well, for that is also intimidated.
The delegates were intimidated.
That is not appropriate to say to the delegate. So what does that mean?
Repeat that. That's a very good question. I think the 37 now, almost intimidated.
Yeah, they not sabi obi
excuse my language here. Those 37% that to my Ken, you know what? They got balls. They don't care whether you not mama you free. Ya pamon crab me ya juma.
Sister, if you are making a comment,
three delegates. They lost their job.
Sister, the reality, I respect. Your election, I was conflicted, right? Now me peken as empower, but because my vote is one, I cannot divide the one vote between Ken and my preferred candidate Bawumia. Similarly, me did say a lot of delegates or Mokoto Aban. It's not as if they don't like Ken. The fact someone to a man and then doesn't mean they don't like Ken. But at any point in time, they will have to choose one candidate above the other person. There are a lot of people who voted for Bawumia that still like Ken. But in this context, they still think Bawumia is their preferred candidate. Similarly, there are a lot of people who like or they say, Bawumia or man who feel like Ken is their right person at this point in time for them. They decided to go with Ken. In this unconfunded Ken, if their preferred choice, first choice didn't go through, they will still gravitate towards Bawumia and support him. Definitely, no matter what, that is also there. But what I want to say is to be realistic, sometimes I say real with ourselves, near certain realistic expectation. To be real, Ken did not intend to be a presidential candidate. He even came into the scene late. Second, who said that the Ken factor in this race, is going to be, the moderating factor, especially when Alan was even going to be part of this contest. Into Alan Fimon, said, don't underrate the influence of Ken because this is politics within the party. This is not general election. Politics within the party and politics within the party there. Ken has really done it. Maybe who will be aware politics within the party Ken outside of Nanado. We Nanado feel more be aware politics power within the NPP power is Ken. Into me underrating the influence, even though late, but I knew he had come in late, and of course he wasn't going to outdo Bawumia because Bawumia had started this process long ago. Into me honestly speaking, I think Ken did very well. And I think that, in the sense, he's a winner in this contest. And the approach, the election results here to me, a better delegate now come so the next leader after Bawumia, everybody will begin to gravitate towards him. And by then, no Ken mistakes away or campaign when he would have corrected them. He would have become a better person, a refined person. Don't underrate the Ken influence going into the future. Into many there, I thank the delegates. I'm rewarded Ken handsomely to show us a party where we delegates they are watching. Like Bawumia didn't just win. Sure, this is his first time contesting any election in this political party. He's never gone into any competitive election like this. And this is his first time he's coming, winning one touch, getting 61%. If it was that easy, why didn't Ali Muhammad do it? He could have also used incumbency advantage on the amateur. In me feels that Bawumia too has done some good work. You cannot just come and rubbish it and throw it out of the box. Credit the man with some or decency and let people know. Say if you work hard and you dedicate yourself to this party, the delegate can reward you at some point in time. And those are the values we need to promote. So if you are lazy, people don't come and think that they can just come and just hand over the flag branch to them because they have some resources or they have some advantage they can put from somewhere. You must work and show yourself to be approved and also show that you are competent enough to lead not just the NPP, but Ghana. Intimidated, I'm not surprised about the results. Congratulations to Bawumia and congratulations to Ken. I can assure you, sir, Papa's views not expressing. Those are not the views of Ken. Ken or NPP power. He's not. Ken is a very reasonable person. And yet the people are because people say if you were with Ken, that man is a very reasonable man and he's a very calm man. Or but politics, like I said, we are no. Manchester and the end, African politics, Sen Ken, you have to do it at some point to be able to get recognition. Of my
good evening.
Me Joseph, yeah. Me chairman, you may.
Yeah, Joseph.
If ya can chidi for no, Omuna Amwaken. Omuna Amwaken. I will let you because can start or starting ye pa na akebeye diama Bawumia. Ne momuno na chidi for no emotions any nema be bromode a betai can yachi atem didie ne there's a lot of things and a chidi for no a year and a ma last minute a month for so a bufui our mokoto aba against Ken. Oh, and in Sanya Mano, as a omujai, near Naya party, ma, yen kamum, near breaking 8. A quaint biaso, Bawumia, obe breaking 8. A quaint biaso, Bawumia, ebe breaking 8, because Mahama, uni message, ubia yin, bear 1 year near, 6 months to 1 year near, omuleti Mahama, onunkwao, Mahama, ubian contestino. Do for now contesting no Kurano or resign a coca Mahama and Ukra went me 100%. Bawumia Nipa and 9 a contesting in Nano, no more NDC and come ye presidential ima NDC4 and Kamahama me ni womo. And so Bawumia Timina assisted almost 62%. Not just why are they. And the American say NPP, yen kamum, near campaign, near breaking 18. 18 me break here about boy because MPP they were Bemwa, Yenima Ghana Funya, a sofa sopa.
Over good Maminati, now you have a offer to make us a good evening.
Good evening, Obapa. Na pombo. Right. Me was a pass menya akwenya about platform. In fact, my follow watch and then they met me about some near titi bia na uhemwa at the end of the day NPP presidential oma level grounds from the onset. And no na emza akofa we nyina banti yes sir say pese ya chechere Ghana ya either NPP NDC omu nyina leadership no aya omu hwe say every bia no omu contest bia ti say ya omu be ma obia level ground na afi e ba ne sa ye be hunu leader obi obey emerge as a leader no ye be hunu effectiveness because I must be honest with you. We are share there no from day one. In as much as it will be Abeka Bawumia started it so long ago, the presidential ambition can amountable. Now me feel saying party leadership no. Ane sa friends MPC no ne omo leaders ni nyina betumi ama obia obeye na adwene se oba be preposition no ana oba contest ni bia level ground na nka omo e de ahyehye so na aboy then I mean can we if you me ya stress media no so em say enkomo ya beba yi nyina politics ni too much wo mu politics no too much because obi to say Kennedy Japan me the way dinti me pen as far back as 97 they say me Worcester sisiara make say baby I have my land Kumasi kokore 97 98 dams are or year ho as a Ghana I mean, who didn't see a Ghana, ye can say, ye targeted, said you all can say, ye targeted farming. Na ye day, a feed the whole Africa. Yen to me, yes, I am Maui. Your colleagues may bring no university, a fear be of this sort, thinking we be before be realizing no. Omukodi politics, a chi on ye juma right after service, now I make it. I mean, these are some of the things that make sure say, media no so.
But I Duku, I cry, I can't Ukofa agree. In fact, me too, and that's the first year. You started to hear this round table. Call phone to me, politics or move. But society.
Mama bamu na ye nyinara ye hwe kwan a ye be so
I'm telling you, that's the media society no mumpe you can't say mumpe.
Aya na ya kire say wo hwe to say NPP be promise one village one dam media na to me the cameras are call akọhwe say sa dams na they spoke about yeah I mean
media na we've done all that work school yeah more share get no mo kore hwan no mo kore pono ne hwan ayi
momo playback ma ye ebre bi e kise say you
ni nyina uko YouTube Facebook page ni nyina egu odam no schools so the end ni nyina mo hwe in fact those videos so na abekona were the lowest views politics were the highest views look mama na wase a unianum Ghana for na yesu banye yempa de pa Brad George good evening
Good evening, Sister Fia. Metia, Magina Swatch and also Kakra Mechanic, and I think said me one same unit American. The first one, no, say, so far as your Bawumia be leading it here, automatically, medium in PFS, NPP back opposition, and yet you be breaking. I know the what they are Bismarck goes in Yano Kora, what they are ye tosum yenu a problem o se na ye braba ku bi be kan bi fa second course stage a enwuma na ye bo bia won master aya na minim se Ghana no obi atimi sori become a DJ na obo nwum o show bi ase ana se de
say so we dey akosi DJ so DJ ni nyaden party go organize your magic na mabo amonyum how is it the DJ's fault
me pa choke I say em fa ne say wakwa yi ase no obi ma me da
openi we nye yi ase party political issue on
no
undi politics e chinche openi politics omu yo mu rally omu na kire omunyum party bona na kire omunyum mpacho ani unye hu ne hono ta
what
DJ need to me kobonyum ope wo rally DJ no kwa mu fa mu DJ why we NPP ni no mo fa pacho what dey men blame DJ no
I'm not saying sebi obi na ekofand ne buy you but do you think say nyum no mo boy na is it the appropriate time to play that song
I know they fan me but the party played it and DJ asem they played it nti on your matter
meja ono aba me say next time if you call a nyum to man ma be kire ma adwen na me say nya nyum po
Yeah, me people they only say me radio bag and me starting radio man na me bon you mo inti no na me start to play me DJ no because obi even go forward and the songs they tell you uko BBF forward I'm gonna tell on music a list you can't just see but DJ ni dey for party for no ma bo omonyam omo na ken ni omonya ti omo am nkoka omasem
all right smart me pa to major o stay fia oni nya me nya
yo yeah that's what George yeah that's baby that smart me tell
Oni asembia ka Steph ya mo
ajo DJ sin dey masan go for hustle that go say obi adwuma DJ ndi onya den
Oni asembia ka ya no oni mo ajo say bibia boko de
adum
de nyame ase last time my friend na me catch us Bawumia be winning hands down.
Okay.
We there you congratulate Dr. Bawumia.
60 something enya hands down.
Oh records na NPP primaries you know. Even Bawumia there because of share from Kofor time Edubuahi time eba o check records na the percentage has been this kind of way. Enye huge different from CBA president in here incumbent president or for a year no dear hands down but share records MPP will opposition this is how it goes and surprising but adia ba kwa instead ya mechanic say from media next week on sa ken ne Bawumia nkomoni nyina so na MPP for ye kai hu bom na ye break 8 because media about a opponent no scary yenti a me de bia me makasa me dey me DP crowd that say the opposition is very scary Mahama only 4 years and said me nua ba ku bi be kan say development in fact 8 years in develop your mind and obi a ono ba for 4 years no dey no ba be ya mo mind very scary and then the Ghana for ye dwene ho na ye dwene ko akire another thing so they say
wrap it up mommy
me patcho mate we dey my last point in and go for bebre e dey nanado track record e dey ma Bawumia but me hu ni say enye very fair they are giving nanado niema waye no dey ma Bawumia but yen kan hu say Bawumia e supporting nanado some decisions be on ma they took onye in support but the boss say enye iti sa you know yes ye hwe ho asem na eka me start judge Bawumia based on no ideas when the statement I will say I'm coming as my own man we have to listen to him me sure say next week because 14th obekasa yeah 14th ono so dey ba na ya hwe me compare on Mahama on the same level ni ahwe dey be me that's it
okay mama na ati bebre a bravis man crowd good evening When say dey asan abo be 1 year mo ho me bo a 1 hour okay voice name background I don't know say be check I don't know say we change the device now good. Now I hear now you talk
this afternoon about midnight
okay
election there say I'm calling sending na here but sending me who say Kennedy no say utie in kasa before now say me kaiser can be say amfa number omuntimi break 8 no intisia na omuka say unity aba no abejoin no obesana no ana say den intime no me who say unity no is just a fanfulen or no na come mu there or he will sit back and watch until no never affect party no MPP no but all the same no there say I feel a minority group me know ombe represent main political party no so na be enquest dey bia na bia MPP ma be ya kanini and they are good for the democracy and they are like that even though ombe opposition no me pensa say my catch say me pe the Ghana for year no 8 years na dey me pe party next year they to my next party no almost we don make the 8 years into the me come be about why
crowd mama na ati bebre ni dey bia Michael ye hu ani mo nti I don't know by your time not so asan because yeah, we are time crab, but we are still.
Me okay, no adwuma mu nti na I think say be am on
okay, any bonita.
Yeah, wait a moment, my many the fact me didn't so achieve. Me that system to be me the American say be can more can say I said the idea no was a fair you can say play and of course the idea no fair. But just say we there want me yan ho can not me yan ho because obia di Bawumia MPP party ni the Bawumia so you can do nothing about it. But me point me feel say say and the MPP for her say fine ben on mobile fast because we here election a year course here central region you say a swing region greater Accra region a swing region now we here central region 10 FI greater Accra region we here differently almost 2000 it's even greater Accra region crowd a nipa a peba Bawumia honum that's at 19,000 to 17,000 Bawumia was juma bigger a greater Accra region. So person oh simple. And it's like a juma kasi na Bawumia wako fatin also. But one thing I say MPP for it as say Ghana for youth no say they are tired of MPP NDC. Omo development. It is if Obeba Babaye and MPP baso say if you are hanama ye we kroma ye we. Obi abeje to say yentwa memento aba. That's me juma ye. That is the most important thing I say youth no edwen ho. Obi ampe problem say me o MPP na me this na mtifio. There be mentor baba no adwuma ye. Enti omo ne mahama race no mo be kon. E ye di obetumi aboa ama me adwuma ye. Enye last point is if you am dey count
feedback. I don't know where the feedback is coming. Mr. Taylor, why did you not watch it?
Sister Fia, good evening.
Good evening. So better make change your position because your voice now is low.
Okay. At Munka CCL.
I'm talking about still our voice is low.
Oh God. Mama Shoma kind there. I am your the can new followers and what can there say can you win what say
I don't know some thing can Mr. Taylor. I think of one to uncle. Yeah, over I made the metal on Kanaka crab, but Wakolo cry. Yeah, I don't know why I wired them. I normally coffee use with earpiece and annoy them, but maybe you're able to my correct. But you're a African tanker, Casa.
Sister, you are doing that.
You the end of meeting.
Okay. Me that's also what the maba show you so. Na yes, so yeah, that was say also 2-1 and you know all the small man Ghana. Now I'm say for the first time no, you're politician now all talk about jobs. He said they be said yeah can oh man munanya jumaya utimi to your bills, utimi take care of your family. I don't know I take the priority done. BBR. He said, who was cash your bottom, ultimate told you an abedi, ultimate etua or healthcare. BBR person, your micro school papa. But say, Ekoba say, Ekoye say, oh, a development. Anything a youth, you know. I think say, Ken message, you know, Obunyina 2D na chino. And the man na all kasa and yes, or the nanoka. Or can so or proof to such a human what be, you know, because and a Ghana crowd, you might be one Ghana for
Jerry now okay.
me, but I say,
What for Jerry now okay,
me can't can asem. And yes, be a Jerry, me trust the entire can or bear more or bear moon chair, so I'm a youth for to a dinner, you know. And yeah, or say jobs.
Okay.
And I'm passed so say young percentage in Ghana unemployment. And to you for no who say a first time a politician one because I'm be kwan me be hospitals me be we cause I'm money there a year there was here but it's about jobs nipa no we school me ma me na go school awie onya say or no so no obey adwuma na bra bom atumpon no atimatua bills say yaka development countries e dey ntina obi tu kwan akwa abrochire a job.
Okay.
In enti minim de se na no minim hawa ken omo beti na se.
Okay.
On
because you're huge now because and I think say minimum how ombetim di naba on board and minimum how ombetim na kasa enti but I know say back doors no there almost certain in kasa
okay
uh-huh.
Nana can thank mama na wase
enti meso me da wase pa enti meso me
yo brightness only my last call and patch over Mr. Taylor I better on next week I don't know nanka we change the device no cause he na kasa yente nkofunya comment there want to kasa no enti mpacho next week na change e use laptop ano ono ye better ns mpacho ns am say okay okay ns mpacho go ahead
If I show me my money adwuma
yeah that's yeah
na adwuma fa wo ye sister Fia about 2 MPP kwatu ye say Bawumia wini a na say influence a free throw because from president Oteso any party mu ministers DC and MC for party chairman executives nyina e support Dr. Bawumia omo mu ni say kan ni modru kan kasa na to nyina yakoma so sister Fia ujidi say me for Ghana me by UK just for 3 months in my benya adwuma ye adwuma me ye kra man ko school papa bi so bro ni atimanya abotere training me aba me tende computer ye den ye adwuma wo warehouse nti youth no mu hia adwuma na influence na mo influence amamfo amamakwato abama Dr. Bawumia na me gidi say Dr. Bawumia wini because can person di president ya ni so di ho gigi ni campaign mu omo mu ko position omo samra 2024 omoto abani wi a omo san ababi wa obefa na ize nti kan de ontu ne ho for person di president on bebo Ghana omo Bawumia ko position okoba na omo nyina bepra na afi ono so abenya president na de na abo Ghana
Mati
yes NDC beba say Bawumia be di president me yam pipi ni panso
that's one mom you ns no say yes NDC beba chance you beba bra prince ne bra imani Mr. Taylor next week you better assassin most but thank you so much say munyina mo join here na jaso ye de be another Monday and I make an kakra be face out this conversation then we'll look at 2024 why pa na be boyen because bra yeah yes say ya to aba say NDC NPP say almost 30 years Ghana sayo still I the second ni aso we won't get anywhere like this. Munyina mo ka jobs. A brass will say a bushy conversation. Who will save us? Now, why strategy bain and nipande beba? And it's a nipano kwabetwama Bawumia okay no mahamo. We need to give Nipakron an agenda to fix Ghana. Yes, a bed de this or more for to anomonum a Guinness ne whiskey near no. Be a dear no one crop, no mostly. We need to change the shift. Ampo. Yeah, de baby bank for your demonstration mu didi atem no. Maybe I've been in very close circles with politicians. Almost found how it is a pushing real agenda na best Ghana no. Would you America kwatena Mount Everest? Ubeba Ghana baba to say Shatawale kai yet village name. We need to go beyond that. Enti mamina masi club ya damasi this way chocolate drink do here any ensure share any perfect man or designing tare papa munyina ya damasi but showdown no any more say whether there was a showdown or not or whether there's another showdown you better ninyina baken ni
this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? Who really start what do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control. I will put my life on the line and defend it.
Because we by ourselves alone cannot get all the votes we need. All NPP, true NPP people will vote for us. But then I don't think we'll make the 50% plus one vote to win at one touch. This is why we need to stay together so that it will be attractive to draw other people to join us to go beyond the absolute majority. So anybody who is always full of tension and fighting and that sort of thing, we have to be careful about. The party must stay together. Then, when we've seen such a person, we must also look and see